This is Rogers TV.
Welcome to another edition of Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Good evening, Chris Soares. Phil Givens joins us at the top of the tower this evening. Kate Friel, the third member of our team down trackside. Phil, welcome. Getting set for the ontario Sportsman Series, visiting the half mile tonight, plus the bone stocks, and we'll see the late models for the first time in a couple weeks. Should be a good card.
Yeah, you know what, the bone stocks have been producing some good racing the last couple of weeks. Late models are always tight, of course, and yeah, the OSS, the Ontario Sportsman Series, there's some tough battles there going on as well.
Absolutely. We'll document that as the night progresses. Let's check in with the third member of our team, Kate Friel. Let's go downstairs. Kate, good evening.
Hi guys, hopefully it's a great view from up there, but down here I'm in Boneyard Village, the Bone Stocks. They're parked here, there, and everywhere. This pit is packed. We're gonna have a jam-packed night of racing here at Delaware Speedway, and we're here to take you along the way. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, thank you very much. Let's go to the standings. We'll lead off with the Bone Stocks, who we'll see here tonight. And it's a great battle, a great race again last week. Jeremiah Rabideau sits atop the standings, extended the lead last week, Phil, over Matt Langford to 12 now. Donovan Clark had a good run last week, 31 points off the pace. Good battle with Justin Culver for third. Paul Fothiger running out the top five.
Yeah, you know what, I think this year's thing is going to be who can catch Jeremiah. He's been lights out the last couple weeks here, and I think Matt Langford has some speed for him. He's just got to get there in the feature.
Absolutely. Let's go to the late model standings. First time we're seeing them in a couple of weeks. Gary Adrianson, the slightest of margins other than being tied. You're up by one over Ray Morneau. Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. having a good season thus far. 4 off the pace. It is a tight all the way down to the 7th spot. First to 7th, separated by just 8 points, Phil.
Yeah, that's insane to have that many cars that are so close. Ray Morneau's looking to have a good night here. I was talking to, actually, his sister said that he's hoping to have a good one, and tomorrow he's going to be out with the APC Series at Flamborough. Visiting
Touring Series here with us tonight, the Ontario Sportsman Series, Corey McAllister, who's the 2023 champ, trying to defend this year, leading by 12 points over Delaware's Brendan Patrick. Top two in that kind of left us a little bit early there, but the Patrick 12 points off the lead. Corey McAllister on a good run to try and defend the title.
Yeah, Corey's been a powerhouse in this series for the last 2 years, and you know what, Sauble's race 2 weeks ago, it was a surprise winner with Ollie Ferguson, 14 years old, and I'm hoping to see that he can do it again.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Ollie on the Delaware half mile. More to come. We are Delaware Speedway Racing on a hot Friday night from the half mile, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Today, I helped a senior find transportation to an important medical appointment.
Today, I helped a new mom find virtual programming so she didn't feel so isolated.
Today, I helped someone understand new government supports.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. New Delaware Speedway merch store now available online, shipping to anywhere in Canada or the U.S. www.delawarespeedway.com/shop or merchandise link on the homepage. Stay up to date with all the Delaware Speedway fashions with new products continuously being added. Getting set for our race number one tonight. It is heat race number one in the bone stock class. Good evening and welcome. Chris Soares, Phil Givens, top of the tower. Kate Friel down trackside, getting set. Heat race number 1, a hot, sticky night at the half mile, but we're racing here with race number 1, green flag from Delaware Speedway. It's Miss Penny Sarah Wheel at the front of this field. And quickly, it is the 06. So my apologies, that is the Miss Penny machine out front quickly. Yeah, the 50 is slowing off the pace. That's Joey Langdon, 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Here comes that 28, was strong last week, and behind the wheel last week was Joe Lawrence. Not this week, Phil.
Yeah, this week it's Wade Thorne running the 6 car. I believe he's collecting some points for the 6 car.
For Will Corey.
Will Corey, that's it. I always forget Will's name.
You saw damage on the right front of the 50 machine of Joey Langdon, just trying to get out of the way because everyone else seems to be faster than the 50 right now. It's the 28, Wade Thorne out front and a very strong, it's the 6 of Wade Thorne out front. 3 wide at the line there. That's the 22 on the inside. That was Miss Penny. The 98 to Ashton Dickey making a couple of moves there, but out front it is the Thorne machine in that 6, the 6 numbered old 28. That car's been strong for weeks. We're expecting to see some good things from Wade Thorne tonight.
Yeah, you know what? Wade's actually, he's already won at Oswego Speedway this year in their mini stock races, and Chris got him to pilot, get him out here to pilot that car tonight. Yeah, he's out to about half a straightaway lead here.
Up to second, Kara Martin, Tyler Wheel running third, Brady Aldman, Ashton Dickey. That's your top 5 right now. It's Thorne out front by over half a straightaway, and then the rest of the field. There you see a good battle there. That's the 19, Jeffrey Schaller, getting to the outside for position through turns 1 and 2. The 98, Ashton Dickey. The 93 there as well, looking for position. That's Brady Aldman. That's a battle 2nd through 5th, all right there. All 4 cars. The 84 Tyler Wheel, 85 is Tyler Wheel. And put a blanket on them. They're all right there. That's a battle for 2nd, halfway through this heat race. 5 down, 5 to go.
Yeah, Ashton Dickey in that 98's doing everything he possibly can. It's quite funny because Wade Thorne's his teammate on dirt. So to finish 1-2, I think that Chris would be very happy with the BT racing program.
Ashton Dickey, here comes the 85 of Wheel to the inside. The 19 to see, that's Jeffrey Schaller looking for a position. And give the 2nd spot to Tyler Wheel. Challenging on the inside. That's the 93, Brady Aldman, in that red and black 93 to the inside of the 19. And he'll make the pass. That lead for Wade Thorne coming to 3 to go. Almost a full straightaway lead. There is nobody else in the class of that 6 machine tonight. You're watching the battle 3rd through 5th right there. 3 to go. Working through turns of 1 and 2 here at the half mile. There's the 85. That's Tyler Wheel comfortably in 2nd spot. A good 15 to 16 car lengths ahead of the battle for 3rd. 2 to go.
So it looks like the Kara Martin car, I think that, or is it Randy Martin? They're in the transfer spot as 6 make it through Heat 1 here tonight with 51 cars on the property.
That's Kara in the 53. 19C, Jeffrey Schaller behind Kara. 1 lap to go this time by for your leader in the 6th. That's Wade Thorne. Really sending a message to the rest of the bone stock class tonight. And there you see the leader working turns 1 and 2. One final time here. Heat race number 1 coming up on a couple of slow cars. The 9 of Batty, the 50 of Langdon. And Thorne won't have to deal with that through turns 3 and 4 one final time. And checker flag in the air for the 6 of Wade Thorne will win bone stock heat race number 1. Tyler Wheel will come home 2nd. Good battle out of turn 3 for 3rd. And it's going to be taken by the 93 of Aldman. Ashton Dickey will finish 4th. Schaller 5th. Martin 6th. Tom Hughes, Chad Prue, Miss Penny, John Clausen will round out the top 10, but that 6 car looking strong as we expected tonight, Phil.
Yeah, pretty much everybody that straps into that car it tends to get to the front. But
yeah, here's a replay of what happened to the 50. We mentioned the sheet metal on, loose on the right front. That's Langdon in the 50 getting into contact and shoots right up the track and gets peeled like a banana on that right front fender. enjoy bouncing off cars like a pinball machine in that heat race number 1. There's the winner, Wade Thorne. Heat race number 1, bone stock division. And let's go trackside to Kate.
Hi, I'm here with the number 78 bone stock, Justin Culver. So we're here with Justin Culver, older brother to Trevor Culver, who normally runs the super stocks. Now, Justin, you are in the top 5 for points. So what is the goal in order to get to that top spot?
I'm just trying to be consistent out there, make sure the car stays clean, and I'm just trying to learn and have fun, really enjoying it, and thankful to be driving for BT Racing and the opportunity Chris Lawrence has given me.
That's awesome. And how's the car feeling tonight? It's warm out here. Is that going to play a difference for you tonight?
Mostly just means I'll complain a lot about being too hot in the car. Track will be a bit slick, but once the sun goes down, it gets colder out, it should be great. This car comes alive at night.
That's awesome. And Phil, this car should look familiar to you. I think this used to be your old car. We'll go back up the top to Phil and Chris.
Yeah, that's the old 50 car, and I'm glad Justin's taking care of it. I've had some good laps here in that, and actually got a win with it.
White flag on the speedway, a bone stock heat race number 2 on the track. Jesse Howard will be the pole car in that 23. Alongside will be, I'm just looking for the number 333 of Kyle McMillan. Outside row number 1, the 40 is Jason Craig. Inside row number 2. And I think we're going to have at least 3 bone stock heats tonight. Is it going to be 4, Phil?
Yeah, they're going to have 4. They got 51 cars here, so they've pushed it to 4.
So 4 is the number of heat races. This is heat race number 2 getting set here. 10 laps to scheduled distance. And it'll be Jesse Howard will lead the field to green here as the pace car drops down on pit road. And Howard will bring him out of turn number 4. Looking at the flag stand. And green flag, they'll mash the gas, and we're racing with heat race number 2 for the bone stock class. McMillan on the outside, Howard on the inside. They'll dive into turn number 1. There you see the 40, that's Jason Craig. Nice run out of turn 2, gonna squeeze right through. Washed McMillan up the track. The 27, Tori Robinson, quickly up to 3rd spot, and Craig will grab first by turn 3. New leader, Jason Craig, out front here in lap number 1.
Yeah, this heat's quite interesting. There's 3 Howard cars in this with Cassie, Jesse, and Wally Wilson piloting the 03 tonight, or the number 3, sorry, tonight for Mike Howard.
There you see the 23, Jesse Howard, the 27, Tori Robinson. That's a battle for 2nd. The front 3 have gotten away from the rest of the field. It's Craig out front to complete another lap. There you see the 40 out front. That's Jason Craig. 3 wide back in the field. They'll try and sort things out. There you saw him top of the screen momentarily. That battle for 2nd continues out of turn 2. Down the back, Jesse Howard into 23. It's Tori Robinson in the 27. Gary Triska up to the 4 spot. Cassie Howard now into the top 5 as we'll come around to complete lap 3.
Yeah, Jesse Howard's having a really good race here. She seems to be keeping the momentum up on the high side, and looks like Cassie, she's actually battling with Triska there. We'll see if they can get podium finishes for both those cars.
Back to the battle over for 2nd. Jesse Howard in the 23. It's Tori Robinson in the 27. The 27 really hasn't been able to do anything since Tori got up to the 23 of Jesse Howard. It looks to the inside and too far back to make a move. The 56 of Triska and then the 59 of Cassie Howard. They're separated by 6 car lengths for 4th and 5th. Daniel Mayhew in 6th. William Clausen 7th. Hannah Lamont 8th. Kyle McMillan in 9th. He sat outside pole. Jesse Herzl right now sitting in the 10th spot as Craig will come around. 5 down, 5 to go. We're halfway here. Bone stock heat race number 2. The front 6 pretty spread out. That battle for 2nd has kind of diminished just a little bit as Tori Robinson continues to follow Jesse Howard around this half mile.
Yeah, the 27 just looks a hair tight. The front end looks like it just wants to come off the corner up towards the wall there, and kind of losing momentum on the 23 car of Jesse Howard.
4 to go. We'll take you for a lap around the half mile with Jason Craig in the 40. Just went through turns 1, up the hill in turn 2, down the back. It's an egg-shaped track here at Delaware Speedway. Turns 1 and 2 shorter than turns 3 and 4. And Craig into turn 3, now into turn 4. Gets a good run out of turn 4, competes another lap with 3 to go here for the leader. That's Jason Craig.
Yeah, it looks like the 28 of Daniel Malo. Looks like he's catching Cassie Howard there in the 59. That'd be for 6th position.
There's Jesse Howard in the 23. Tori Robinson, 27, still 2nd and 3rd respectively. Gary Triska is trying to track them down. And as mentioned, the 28 of Daniel Mayu is closing in on Cassie Howard. Side-by-side battle back in the field for the 6th position. Sorry, for the 5th position. There you see the battle for 2nd. Jesse Howard in the 23, Tori Robinson in the 27. There's that battle we were talking about. Mayu in the 28, Cassie Howard in the 59. Mayu will make the pass. Good for the 5th spot with the 2 laps to go. The leader just took 2 laps. Now it's a white flag for Jason Craig just past the start-finish line. Half a mile to go for the leader. No traffic to deal with in sight. We'll work the backstretch one final time into turn 3. The 40 will dive in there, carry some momentum into turn number 4, and will come out caution free for heat race number 2. Jason Craig, your winner. Bone stock heat race number 2. Jesse Howard will hold on for 2nd. Tori Robinson 3rd. Gary Triska 4th. Mayu will finish 5th. And Cassie Howard will finish 6th, followed by Hannah Lamont, William Clausen, Cal McMillan, Jesse Herzl, your top 10. There's your winner, the 40 of Jason Craig. Let's check in trackside with Kate.
I'm down here with late model driver number 13, Jaden Chapman. He's currently sitting 5th in points. The points are close. What do you have to say about how close this division's been so far this season?
I'd say it's been pretty phenomenal this year. There's 10 cars on any given night that could win, so it's just made for good, hard, clean racing. Fortunate enough that we've had the car pretty clean all year, and I hope it stays that way, and we'll see how it goes.
A lot of us talk about how this is really a family sport. Can you tell us a little bit how your family has really gotten into this sport in the upcoming years?
Yeah, so it started out with my dad and I was, I think, 13 or 14, started enduro, and we just kept working away. I kept wanting to evolve. My wife never knew anything about race cars, and now she's pretty much my car chief. She does all my tires. She tells everybody what to do and gives everybody crap. Now my son, being 11, he's running bone stocks up at Grand Bend and just signed a nice corporate deal.
Awesome. Well, we wish you all the luck in chasing some points tonight. Only 6 points behind. We're going back upstairs to Phil and Chris.
Bone stock heat racing continues on the other side of the break. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we are back for another incredible season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're going to tour some amazing backyards. We're going to meet up with some great folks, and we're going to cook some incredible food. Join us Thursdays at 7:30 for Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff.
This is a man's heart, a heart in desperate need of medical attention. But because 78% of Indigenous people experience racism in healthcare, he may not get the help he needs. Become an ally. Rise above racism in healthcare.
Welcome back, and he said Bone Stock Heat race number 3. Trent Vanderwist on the pole alongside the 15 of Sterling Roberts. So look to the flag stand. Green flag, we're racing Bone Stock division. Great start by Roberts in that 15. Here's Taylor Everest in that green and white car in the 3rd spot already. And Vanderwist will fight back. Roberts gets a great run. He'll tuck in right behind the rear deck. He'll dive underneath Vanderwist. Side by side for the lead. Roberts to the inside. Vanderwist on the outside. Through turns 3 and 4, Everest up to 3rd in that green number 13. They'll come out at turn 4, and Vanderwist will lead that lap. Good opening lap, Phil.
Yeah, not bad. A little bit of trouble for the 93R, Reese. I think it's Reese Meyer. Yeah, he just got stuck behind the Starrett Racing car there and kind of put him right to the back of the field.
The 10 of Ian Levac is up to 4th. Front 4 trying to get away. Verhoeven in the 8. Charlie Verhoeven trying to make it a 5-car battle at the front. Still side by side at the point. Vanderwist will lead that lap. Roberts on the inside. Preferred lane to the 15, to the inside. Vanderwist will fight on the high side. Up the hill in turn 2. Here comes Roberts. Great run out of turn number 2. There you see the tip of the 13. That's Taylor Everest. Here's Ian Levesque in that red number 10. Out of nowhere and into your screens for third place. To the inside, and Roberts will lead the lap. And here comes Levesque now to the inside of Vanderwist for position. Great racing here to open up heat race number 3.
Yeah, you know what? Levesque there, he had a good run coming down the backstretch and dove to the inside. Unfortunately, couldn't get underneath the 54 Vanderwist, but Sterling Roberts looks like he could almost set sail now, and he's got lots of track to play with.
It's Vanderwist in the 54, Everest 13, Levesque in the 10, Verhoeven there now in the red number 8, all battling for that second position. It's Levesque to the inside of Everest now, looking for that third spot. Gets a little bit of a tap from Verhoeven. Battle for third on your screen right now. Everest, Levesque, Verhoeven. All right there in the turn number 3. Look out, Everest drifting through the turn. And Levesque will go up the track almost into the 13. Will grab a spot and Verhoeven will follow him through.
Nice save by Taylor Everest there in the 13 car. I thought he was going to end up in the fence coming off of 4.
Oh, what a run. Levesque went high in turn 2, and Verhoeven will take advantage of that spot as well. Nathan Rhea to the right of your screen in the 26 out of nowhere. And the 26 come to the front now to battle. To the inside of Everest in the 13. Now to the inside of Levesque in the red number 10. Nathan Rhea trying to grab a couple of spots here. We'll go to the inside of the 10 machine. And we'll grab that spot as well. So Levesque is falling back. Now to the 5th position. Your leader continues to be the 15 of Sterling Roberts. 3 to go this time by.
Yeah, the 13 of Everest there. He sailed it in on the inside of the 10 car, but I think the biggest sleeper here in this class or in this heat race is the 26 of Nathan Rhea. Takes him a few laps to get going, but once he does, he gets that car rotating.
Yep, Rhea trying to battle with Verhoeven now. There's Wollaston in the 11. This is the transfer spot. The 19 is Michael Verburn, and the 25 is Adam Genereux. He's in the 8th spot right now. We're transferring 8. Is that right, Phil?
Yeah,
heat race 3 is 8,
yeah,
I believe.
Heat race 3 is 8 top 8 here.
That's your battle right there. The 25 has the 8th spot right now. Adam Genereux. And they're battling here with 1 lap to go this time by. And Verhoeven to the inside of position. There's Wollaston in the 11. Verburn in the 19. Genereux in the 25. And it's Michael Verburn now holding down the 8th spot. Trying to battle. Genereux just outside. Oh, Nathan Rhea's off the pace on the backstretch. The 26 off the pace. Here comes Roberts on a turn 4. Checkered flag in the air for Sterling Roberts. He'll take it.
What a tough break for Nathan Rhea. It looks like he got it back up to speed, but something happened there off of 2. And
yeah, Vanderwist, the online scoring is not doing very well. Vanderwist will come home in 2nd. Then it's Verhoeven, Levesque, Everest. I think the
Reese Meyer in the 93.
Reese Meyer in the 93. And then it's Wollaston, Verburn, Genereux. Let's go trackside to Kate.
I'm down here with Bone Stock driver number 23, Jesse Howard. Jesse, you had a tough break last week. What did you and your team have to do to get this car back out here tonight?
We found out after the feature had already started that we had some fried ground cables go into my battery, so no power in the car whatsoever. So made the A-main, only car at the Howard stable to make the A-main, but didn't get to start it due to that issue.
Yeah, that was a really tough break. You guys worked really hard. How does it feel to get a 2nd place finish in the heat race, though, this week?
It felt really good. I was hoping that I could get the P1, but then I saw the 40 behind me, and I was like, he runs like 5 tenths faster than me, so I'm just going to settle for 2nd on this one.
Well, we wish you all the luck in the feature race. Back upstairs to Chris and Phil.
More Bone Stocks on the other side of the break. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Are you a content creator looking to expand your audience and make your voice heard in your community? Rogers TV wants to provide you with a platform to share your hobbies, interests, and stories for free. Visit us to find out more.
Play whatever. Jack 102.3.
This is not a drill. This is happening.
Get ready because a new season of The Old Man is coming soon to FX.
Do you recognize me now?
Need to catch up? Stream the entire first season on City TV Plus.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet, and a beautiful Friday night from the half mile. Chris Horsfield giving us top of the tower. Kate Friel down trackside, getting set for Bone Stock Heat Race number 4. It's the Wonder Bread car. We'll bring him to the line here. This will be the fastest on average of all 4 heats. It should be a good one. The points leader at the back row. Green flag, we're racing. Joe Kicks on the inside, Jack Dixon on the outside. Welcome back the yellow 34, Dan Story. We haven't seen him in quite some time, and Story will quickly move up to the 3rd spot on the outside. It's Joe Kicks in that 12 car to the lead, trying to fight back on the outside. Jack Dixon, Story in 3rd. Dakota Luoma, good story with Dakota as well in the black 16. And Dakota will go to the outside of Story, looking for position. Justin Culver there in the 78. And at the back of the field, Jeremiah Rabideau, Matt Langford, top 2 in points, moving their way through traffic. Rabideau's already passed 3 cars. Him and Langford are staying to the outside. There you see Langford in the 0-3 right to your screen. And there's the points leader, the black 5 of Jeremiah Rabideau, trying to come to the front. They're almost 3 wide on the backstretch as Kicks will lead the field into turn 1.
Yeah, Justin Culver driving down on the inside with the 16 Dakota Loma. But looks like Loma gets the run down the backstretch. But this is exactly what Joe Kicks wants to see, is a big group behind him, keeping Langford and Rabideau behind them.
And here comes Kicks will lead. Lots of traffic behind the leader. It's Story to the inside. Dakota Luoma on the outside in that black 16. Justin Culver right there. Matt Langford. It's Colin Williams in the 17. They're all right there. The cream rising to the top here in heat race number 4 of the Bone Stock division. Side by side for 2nd spot, the black 16, Dakota Luoma. Showing some strength on the outside. Phil will grab 2nd spot.
Yeah, 34 of Dan Story's having a fantastic run. Normally we see him when he is out here. Most of the time he's in the heat number 3, but out here with the fast cars, and he's holding his own up there.
It's Joe Kicks out front in that 12 Wonder Bread car. Dakota Luoma in 2nd, Dan Story in 3rd, Willems up to 4th. Now it's Langford to the inside of Culver. Langford 2nd in points in that 0-3. He's got the points leader in the black car right behind him. They're trying to get to the front here. You get points for being in the top 10 in the heat race. And it's Willems will get the 2nd. Here comes Matt Langford on the inside in the 0-3. To the inside of Story. Watch for the right side of your screen. There's the black number 5. A cornering machine is that 5 car. Loses a little bit of horsepower down the straightaway, but that 5 tends to corner great every week, Phil.
Yeah, Jeremiah, this is how he wins championships. He knows it. He just pretty much figures out who's in 2nd and stays 1 position behind or tries to beat them. So, yeah, his car turns unreal through 3 and 4.
And Jeremiah just gets by the 34 of Dan Story, and you see how the gap increases under cornering. Rabideau in that white helmet behind the steering wheel will try and bring him up to the front of the field, trying to catch that 0-3 of Langford. 3 laps to go here for the leader. The 12 of Joe Kicks. Then it's Dakota Luoma. Langford now battling Willems right side of your screen for the 3rd spot. Trying to get to the inside, and Cullen will shut the door out of turn number 4. 2 to go.
The question is, will the 12 of Joe Kicks, is he going to run out of time and these guys going to catch him? Because I think right now he's running like a scared rabbit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the 12 car and Kicks out front. Now the 2nd through 4th all together on the track, right side of your screen. Luoma in the 16, Willems in the 17, Langford in the 0-3. Now look at the 5 of Rabideau washing up the track. I don't think that 5's handling as well as Jeremiah would like, Phil. He would have maybe tracked them down by now.
You know what? Battling with Jeremiah all last year, I learned pretty quick that in the hot sun, he struggled a little bit, but come feature time, that thing will be right at the front.
Here's the leader, the Kicks machine. Coming out of turn 4, checkered flag in the air for the 12 of Joe Kicks. Dakota Luoma will finish second, side by side for third. And it's going to be Langford for third from Colin Wilms in fourth. Jeremiah Rabideau will round out the top 5. And online scoring not very good right now. I think I had Story. I had Donovan Clark in 6th spot. Justin Culver 7th. Let's go check in trackside with Kate.
I'm down here with the 60 late model driver of Ron Beauchamp Jr. We are just halfway through the season about. You're 4 points behind, sitting third in points. What is your idea tonight to try and take that top spot?
Well, actually, just keep doing what we're doing. We've kind of been running consistent, and we weren't even really thinking about points. And we just kind of, after last race, like, holy, we're sitting pretty good right now. So we're just keep running consistent like we've been doing. Car's been good, so we're just going to just keep plugging away like we've been doing. So.
Now, the car's been handling good, and we always talk about when the sun goes down. So what do you think your car's going to do when the sun goes down tonight after practice?
I've been finding my car's been tightening up when the sun goes down, so we're kind of using this heat race to read the car, and then we're going to go from there what we're going to do. Hopefully I don't have to do anything, but let's see what happens.
Well, we wish you all the luck tonight. We're going to go back upstairs to Chris and Phil.
Thank you very much. Just before we go to break, I think we're going to break here, aren't we? Okay, let's go to break. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Think before you say it. Don't wind up like me. Imprisoned by your tongue. Doing 1 to 3.
Is that with good behavior?
You got
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play, and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. And attention racing enthusiasts, Delaware Speedway has just launched its brand new online merch store. Whether you're a die-hard fan or a casual observer, this is your chance to gear up in style. We are shipping to anywhere in Canada or the U.S. DelawareSpeedway.com/shop has all the information. Getting set for some late model heat racing here, Mr. Phil Givens, and we haven't seen the late models in a couple of weeks.
No, and tonight with the points the way they are, this is going to be some good racing. I noticed it looks like Ray Morneau's second car's out here with the number 30 of John Arts is in it tonight, so pretty cool. It's also cool to see Shea Gemmell back after the APC incident that he had there last week, but good to see they got that car fixed up.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to run 10 scheduled laps here for late model heat race number 1. And the 14 is Paul Major, will be the control car. Inside row number 1, there's Shea Gemmell. In that 3, outside row number 1. The 30 is John Arts, as Phil was mentioning. The 69 is Lloyd Rawlings, row number 2. Patrick Friel, row number 3. Ironically, beside Brady Smith, they had an incident in an altercation 2 weeks ago. Now they start side by side. We'll see how that storyline develops as the night progresses. Out of turn number 4, green flag racing with the late models at the Delaware half mile. And the 3 like a rocket ship into turn number 1, and he went up a little high. Now fighting back on the inside, Paul Major. Major in the 14, Gemmell in the 3. Here's the 30 of John Arts, 69 of Lloyd Rawlings, Brady Smith in the 53. Patrick Friel behind them. They're all stacked up. Gemmell will lead lap 1.
Yeah, the number 3 had to back off coming out of turn 2 there. The track asked to give that position. He jumped the start a little bit, and after that, we're green to go.
Brady Smith quickly up to the 3rd spot. Patrick Field has fallen to the back. Some sheet metal banging at the back. Hooker got into the 22 of Marshall Schrank. That's Jake Hooker through turns 3 and 4. And they're crashing and banging at the back of the field. Meanwhile, it's Shea Gemmel up front. There's the 69 of Rawlings, the 53. Brady Smith looks really fast tonight. They're all single file.
Yeah, the 38H there of Hooker, Jake Hooker, he looked really fast in practice. Might have missed the setup a little bit in the heat races, but we'll see what happens later on.
Shea Gemmel, there's your leader, working turns 3 and 4. Rawlings up to 2nd, Smith in 3rd, Marshall Schrank in 4th. Gemmel just turned his fastest lap, an 18.812 for the leader in the 3 car. There's the gap back to the 69 of Rawlings. All drivers just turned their fastest lap last time by. 5 to go.
Looks like the 22 of Marshall Schrank found a little bit of speed on that last lap, and he's caught up to the back of Brady Smith.
There's the 53 of Smith. Here comes Schrank in the 22 to the inside, looking for the 3rd spot. Meanwhile, 6 car lengths back, Patrick Friel's recovered. He'll get to the inside, top of your screen momentarily there. There you see right side of your screen, Friel to the inside of Hooker. Back up here to this battle for 3rd. And Schrank looks like he'll grab it. Yes, he will from the 53 of Smith. Meanwhile, Gemmel will come around. 3 to go this time by. A healthy half a straightaway lead for the leader, the 3 of Shea Gemmel.
Yeah, 22 car Marshall Schrank looks really, really good through the center of the corner right now, and almost like he's making all his speed there. The straightaway speed's not quite there, but his corner speed is.
Here comes Gemmel back to this battle for 3rd. Schrank in the 22, Smith in the 53. Side of your screen, that's Rawlings having a good run, currently in the 2nd spot. In that 69, Lloyd Rawlings out of Windsor, Ontario. That's an 18 of Patrick Friel, the 38H of Jake Hooker. That's 5th and 6th, respectively. There's the nose of the 30. That's John Arntz. White flag on the speedway. Half a mile to go for the leader, the 3 of Shea Gemmel. Way out in front. The 3 looking strong early tonight. Coming around through turns 3 and 4, no contest. Shea Gemmel will win heat race number 1, followed by Rawlings, Schrank, Smith, Friel, Hooker, Arts, and the 14 of Paul Major. That's your running order, and there is the winner of the late model heat race number 1, Shea Gemmel. Let's go trackside to Kate.
I'm down here with bone stock driver number 40, Jason Craig, as well as the 16 of Dakota Luoma. There's some generational driving down here. We talked about how family is important. In the late 80s and 90s, Donna was nicknamed the Queen of Delaware. Can you tell us who she is to you, and also what she's done to pave a way for generational driving in your family?
Oh, geez, man. Mom got into racing like way back, and through Dad, who was in the Enduro 250s, and they had a powder puff race, and that's how she started. Moved up into the ladies class, moved up into street stock with the men, won the first female driver to win a race there, and that's how we end up in it. And then I was just always around the pits, and here I am now. I built the bone stock, raced my rookie year with it, built this car. I've had this one 2 seasons, and we dragged that one out of the weeds for the nephew to start his rookie year.
Now, speaking of your nephew, Dakota, can you tell us about what this generational driving has meant to you and getting you involved with racing as your Jason's nephew?
Yeah, it means a lot, like knowing that my grandmother and now my uncle have both won Rookie of the Year, and now I'm chasing it with the same car that he ran in. There's a lot of sentimental value to everything, and I've always been around the track, and I've always loved it, and it just means a lot to be racing out here with all these guys. It's a great time.
Now it's awesome to have 4th generation, 5th generation. We are very excited to see if you can pull off your Rookie of the Year. And Jason, good luck tonight as well, and congratulations on your heat win. We're going to go back upstairs to Chris and Phil.
Awesome report there, Kate. That's a very awesome story, Phil.
Yeah, it's always nice to find out a little bit of history of some of these cars and around the track, and yeah, it was a cool little story.
Absolutely. Chris Soares, Phil Givens, welcome to the top of the tower for some beautiful Friday night racing. White flag about to be displayed here for the late models heat race number 2, and then we'll do group qualifying for the visiting Ontario Sportsman Series. That's still to come. It'll be the 13 at Chapman on the control side, the inside of row number 1, Matt Robley. Outside row number 2, it'd be Jesse Kennedy, Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. Row number 3, the 03 of Ray Morneau, the 55, the points leader, Gary Adrianson. Outside row number 3, 83 is Dale Shaw. Good to see Dale Shaw back in a late model, Phil.
Yeah, you know what? He's got like a 3-car late model team that's been running APC series, and he made a post. I'm coming out to race this weekend. It's good to see him back in the car, and yeah, it's always fun to have the Guelph, Ontario native here.
Absolutely. Late models, the top 7 drivers separated by 8 points in the standings. Heat race number 2 set to go. Green flag. Chapman on the inside, Robley on the outside. 2 by 2 by 2 through turns 1 and 2. Nice push by Robley on the outside. Maybe a little help from the 60 of Beauchamp Jr. Matt Robley to the point. The outside row moving here. Here comes Beauchamp Jr. and the points leader Adrianson in tow in the 55.
Yeah, the 13 of Chapman there looked like he struggled coming off a 2 on that opening lap.
And contact! It's Adrianson and the Beauchamp Jr. They were 3 wide in turn number 1. And the 60 got the worst of that. We'll check out the right side of the 55. Coming by our vantage point this time. The 55 might be off the pace. Robbie will lead. There's damage on the right front, I thought, Phil, in front of that right front tire of the Adrianson machine.
Yeah, there's definitely some tire marks up there. I'm wondering if it knocked the toe out of the front, so that thing's going to start to get really tight and not rotate the corner the way he wants.
Morneau in the 03, let's check the 55 this time by. Yeah, there's damage. You can see that just in front of the tire on the right front of the points leader, but they'll stay side by side. Not quite sure why they went 3 wide that early in the heat race, though, Phil.
Yeah, you know what? They're pushing the issue. Points are tough, and they're really close, so everybody wants to get that extra point.
Kennedy into the back of the 13. You saw that at Chapman, but Jane will keep that straight. Robley will lead the front 4 all together. Look at Dale Shaw. Hello, 83 into the 4th spot, making it a 4-car battle in the front of this field. Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. has remained on the track in the 60. Definitely some cosmetic damage on the door side of that 60 running at the back of the field. But it's the front 4 all together. Kennedy almost in the back of 13. Shaw almost into the back of the 10 of Kennedy. 5 down, 5 to go. Robley at the point. Late model heat race number 2. Robley will lead this lap again. Robley, Chapman, Kennedy, Shaw, and there's Kennedy under the rear deck there, the 13 of Chapman. Almost got to 13, a little squeaky. Here comes Shaw to the inside, and Kennedy will close the door on that 3rd position. Now Chapman will look to the inside to the leader. Robley gives him room. Jaden Chapman to the inside to 13. They'll go down the back another time. 2.5 laps to go here. Heat race number 2. Kennedy to the inside. Now Shaw will try the outside.
Yeah, Dale's trying everything to get around.
Oh, that's a big wreck into the flag stand. At the bottom of the flag stand, that's a major wreck. And there you see fluid all over the place. Dale Shaw comes to rest on the top of the 10 of Jesse Kennedy. And we'll go to a red flag here at Delaware Speedway. My goodness, that is a big wreck. There might have been damage down under the flag stand as well, as the flagman kind of took cover as well, and Scott will leave the flag stand to inspect the bottom of that flag stand area. But we have looking for a good sign at that shot right now. We have for you in turn 1. Safety workers immediately there on scene. Dale Shaw in the 83 on top of the 10 of Jesse Kennedy. How's our camera?
Wow, I don't really know what to say on that one. It looked like they came together. Dale went to the outside, and I don't know if Kennedy came up, but looks like we hopefully we got a good replay of that one.
Yeah, we have two looks. We saw our speed camera. I think it maybe moved a little bit on that impact, but this could be interesting if we got it from the speed camera. Here's from our tower cam. Take us through the replay here, Phil.
Yeah, it looks like Dale gets to the outside. I don't think, Jesse's moving up a little bit here.
Jesse's coming up.
Yeah,
Watch this at the flag stand here. Right there, look at that. There was contact with something there. Maybe the portable ladder that's used for spectators, and just riding on top of the 10 right to turn 1. My goodness, what a wreck.
Yeah, looking down, there's definitely damage on the flag stand there. All the bars are bent underneath it.
Eric, this is from turn 1. Watch this. This is going to be a good view. Yeah, Jesse went up. Look at that. He immediately almost went over the wall. Look at the contact on the flag stand. And you saw Scotty, top of the flag stand, trying to take cover. And you saw the bars bending on the flag stand. I'm not quite sure if we have a shot from our speed cam. I know we'll find out. But what a great replay there from turn 1. So we're taking care of business here in turn 1. They're inspecting the flag stand. With Scott now taking some debris from the flag stand. Back inside pit wall, and we're just waiting to see how things are progressing here in turn 1 under red flag conditions. Let's show you again while we're in the red flag conditions. Phil, take it to it.
Yeah, it looks like Shaw went to the outside to get the pass on Jesse. I don't know a spot.
Like he almost went over the wall here, Phil.
Yeah, this is pretty close.
Like, look at that.
We're very, very lucky that Scott Mackey is not injured on this. If that was any closer, that would have been not a good situation.
No, not a good situation
This isn't a good situation as it is, and lucky that Scott's okay down there in the flag stand as well.
I've done a lot of work here at Delaware Speedway over the years, a lot of work, and I've never seen a wreck like this. Like, look how close he is for going over. And look at Scott top. He sees it coming. Look at that contact and impact into the bottom, the base area of the flag stand. Scotty taking cover. Dale upside down, riding on top of Jesse Kennedy's 10 car. I've never seen a wreck like that here.
That's pretty wild.
In all my years working here, I've never seen a wreck like that. And there you see the damage on the flag stand.
That's crazy. We're lucky that wasn't any higher. The flag stand took that nice and low. It did its job.
Drivers okay? Okay. So we're still attending to the drivers in turn number 1. Now, I'm not sure. We're waiting for confirmation here, race fans. I would assume Jesse's still in the 10 car. I'm not quite sure. Did you see them try and take Dale out of the car, Phil? I did not. So I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to speculate here. Okay, so we just got confirmation, race fans, that Jesse Kennedy is out of the 10 car. So we do have confirmation on that, but we don't want to speculate on the driver of the 83, Dale Shaw. They're trying, obviously, they're going to try and hook this up. That's on the driver's side of the 83. Going to try and obviously try and flip this over, I would imagine. And we also have workers looking at the flag stand just to make sure that that flag stand is still sturdy and ready to go. Like that's a steel bar, Phil. Just we're looking. We have you on screen in turn number 1, race fans. We're also looking at the flag stand just below our vantage point, and those are steel bars that were bent pretty good. Like that's a good impact.
Yeah, you're doing 100 mile an hour almost probably into that, and when you're up like that, there's nothing really slowing you down either. So hopefully here everybody's okay, and we can get back to racing eventually here, and there might be some repairs on that flag stand.
Okay, we just got word that Dale Shaw is also okay, so that's great news. Yep. Both him and Jesse are okay, Phil.
Yeah, it's great to see Dale walk away from that one. Unfortunately, he's going to have to rebuild that thing, I think. But, yeah, I think that's the best outcome that we could have from that situation.
Wow. I work in radio and TV, Phil, and I'm kind of speechless right now because I've never seen a wreck like that in all my years here. Like, he was so close to hopping over that wall.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Dale Shaw's went over the wall at Flamborough, down into the pits there a few years ago. He went over the turn 3 wall, left the track, and
wow.
He's clearly got no luck with this.
So we do have, we're still taking care of business. The safety crew in turn number 1. The inspection is complete at the flag stand. There was obviously some debris that had to be cleaned up.
Glad to hear the Dale's okay down there.
Yeah, it's tough part of racing is getting a lot of wrecked race cars. But like I said, you know what? I'm just glad that everybody's okay. Glad Dale's okay. That was a wild ride.
Yeah, and I'm not obvious. Well, we saw the replay. We saw the 10 of Jesse Kennedy coming up. I'm surprised that the spotter didn't. You know, we were just assuming here. The spotter maybe didn't know that the 83 was there, but it was pretty evident. Half a car for sure was there on the outside coming out of turn 4. And then the 10 comes up. Let's go to the replay here again. Like Dale's there right now.
Yeah, Dale's up to his door here, I think, when they actually make contact. But the way Jesse came up, it looks like the car's handling and everything fine. He just moved up, and unfortunately Dale was there, and I don't know if maybe spotter didn't see it, but I can't really explain that one.
And the thing was, and we just saw that, you saw the front bumper bars of the 83 did not impact the flag stand. We can see from here, like if that front of the car would have hit the flag stand, I hate to imagine the flag stand might not be there. Like he just grazed off the first bar of the flag stand, kind of shielded, kind of deflected the rest of the 83 car around the rest of the flag stand. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it's almost like the nose of that car kind of bounced off and let the wheels and the bottom of where the motor would be, let it push away from the car. So I would say the flag stand did its job.
Yep, under red flag conditions here. Late model division here at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Collins Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Get your local sports fix with Goin' for Two, a show focused on sports and athletes from London and the surrounding area. Goin' for Two, Thursdays at 6 p.m.
Hello, I'm Liz Dowdswell, Lieutenant Governor of Ontario. In 2008, carbon monoxide, a deadly invisible gas, killed an entire family in our province. That tragedy led to a new law requiring homes with potential CO sources to have alarms. John Gignac's family members passed away that day, and he shares his story to save others.
Please make sure you have working CO alarms in your home. Protect your family today.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Soares, Bill Gibbons, top of the tower. Kate Creel down trackside under red flag conditions in a horrific crash we just saw involving Dale Shaw, Jesse Kennedy. Both drivers are okay. During the break, Dale was put into the St. John's ambulance, which is here on location as per drivers after a collision and an incident. So, but you see the scene is still under cleanup conditions, is still under red flag.
Yeah, you know, that's just a testament to the car builders of these chassis and everything to keep Dale safe. And obviously Jesse had a car on top of him. Yeah, I haven't seen one that wild in a while, and it's, like I said, the unfortunate part of racing sometimes.
Yeah, so now we have heavy inspection by track officials. Race director Sean Gibbs is trackside. The GM Dave Graham is down there trackside with the flagman Scott Mackey. I think what they're doing, Phil, is they might be looking for the integrity, if not the flag stand, the integrity of the wall, the outside wall. But I think they're looking for it at the integrity of the flag stand here to see if we can even continue. Would you not agree?
Yeah, they've kind of walked up and down it here just to see how far everything's bent. But yeah, I think the biggest thing would be definitely the flag stand. It took the hardest hit.
There you see the damage on the flag stand to the right of your screen, and officials that need to make a decision or are planning on making a decision. There's also damage. You can see the left side here, the I-beam, the white I-beam, left side of your screen, and the fencing. That's not supposed to look like that either. after contact with the 83. So not just integrity of the flag stand, but maybe integrity of the wall and the safety fencing here, Phil.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is we got to keep these cars and debris and everything off the track, out of the stands, and they're going to make sure that's 100% before we go back racing.
Yeah, so a delay on 2 different parts. So there's the cleanup in turn 1, and looking at safety precautions, safety wall, safety fencing, integrity and the sturdiness of a damaged flag stand now. At the start-finish line after a horrific 2-car crash here in a late model heat race number 2 involving Jesse Kennedy and Dale Shaw under red flag conditions here at the Speedway. And track cleanup continues in turn number 1. Still to come, Ontario Sportsman Series group qualifying. They're going to do a 100-lap feature later tonight. It'll be 25, I believe, for the bone stocks and 35 for the late models and 100 laps for the Sportsman Series.
Yeah, they've kind of been on a little bit of a standstill here on what they're deciding to do down here. A lot of drivers and crew out here looking at it and kind of figuring out what they want to do. I know there's a couple millwrights here that are on the property that could probably get it fixed up pretty quick.
Yeah, I know, and I know Scott Mackey. I've known him for years and years and years. I'm not going to assume what he's thinking, but I'll tell you, if I was the flagman, if I went back up there, I'd be kind of nervous the first couple of laps when the late models return to the track. Just because you don't see that. Because I've been up in the flag stand with Scott. So when they get to the start-finish line or just after the start, you lose sight of them because they're underneath you, right?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like being a flagman, it's a job I would never want. I don't know if it's like a race car. When you have a hard hit, you're a little weary for the first 3 or 4 laps after. I'm wondering if it's going to be the same way for Scott.
Yeah, we have Will, who's one of our volunteers helping out in the truck tonight. He's the flagman at Grand Bend Speedway. That returns to action tomorrow night. Will doing a great job thus far this season. But yeah, still under red flag conditions here. Cleanup continues in turn 1. And they're still meeting down at the flag stand here to figure out what's going to happen here. I think they've kind of focused away from the flag stand and now are focusing on the protective fencing. Like that I-beam, we obviously don't have a shot down there other than from our tower cam, but that I-beam does not look right.
No, it doesn't look right at all. It's definitely bent in, but it did its job. Yeah, like it's hanging in pretty far there, and they're going to want that. I think that's kind of a almost like a buffer for the flag stand and hope it hits there before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like I said, when we went through the replays, that first bark of the flag stand that was contacted by the 83 kind of shielded deflected the 83 away from the rest of the flag stand. Like that's a heavy blow. It could have been a lot worse, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the angle of the way that car went up was actually a little bit of a blessing. Yeah, if it came in on a bit sharper of an angle, it would have went straight head on into that flag stand.
Yeah. So cleanup continues in turn 1, and now the meeting at the start-finish line has kind of shifted to the inside pit wall area, but they're still discussing it. Track management is down at trackside.
Yeah, it's actually the driver of the 71 there, Corey McAllister of the OSS. He's actually he owns his own millwrighting company, so he's might be given some pointers on what he thinks should be done, and I'm sure he's got enough stuff in the trailer that they could probably get it figured out.
So there you see Corey and race director Sean Gibbs.
Yeah, Corey's coming across the track now.
Okay. Yep. There he comes on the right side of your screen and trying to figure out what they're going to do here.
Corey's a true racer. If it needs fixed, he'll find a way to get it fixed so he can go racing.
Here you see our speed cam. Perfect shot of the discussion going on right there. There's a race director, Sean Gibbs, with the headset. They're trying to figure out what to do here. Now they're looking at the flag stand again. Definitely a very important conversation and a very important imminent decision that needs to happen here. As we're talking about the speed and race cars going right through where that camera is showing you right there. Here you see Sean.
Yeah, I got a few out there. Sure, Luke Ramsey, Sean Gibbs is out there.
If we, I wouldn't mind if we can get another shot of down pit road from the speed cam, Chris, just to see if there was any damage on the wall as well. A lot of the damage took place just feet away, on the flag stand, and just feet shy of the flag stand. There you see the damage, fencing and I-beam, obviously crooked after that heavy impact by the 83 car of Dale Shaw. Now they're checking debris, walking towards the turn 1 area. If you just joined us here on Rogers TV, we're under red flag conditions because of this collision. Phil, take us through it.
Yeah, Jesse Kennedy's on the inside, Dale Shaw on the 83's on the outside, and Jesse just moves up here. Like we were saying, we don't know if it was spotter error or just he didn't know it was there, and unfortunately Dale got upside down and into the flag stand, and everybody's okay, so that's the main thing. Starter Scott Mackey's okay.
If you're thinking that was a replay, check this out from turn 1. Almost over the wall. Look out! And right into the flag stand. You saw Scott top of the flag stand taking cover. Sheet metal all over the place, and Dale Shaw upside down on top of Jesse Kennedy, and now we are having a discussion. There's still cleanup going on in turn 1, so you're not missing anything in turn 1. Discussions going on here with track management. Is Sean Gibbs very adamant now about what needs to be done here. Scott Mackey's there. You see him holding the headset in his right hand. That's Scott, just out of our picture.
Have to say, in that replay, Scott Mackey didn't skip a beat. It almost looked like he was ready to grab that red flag and get the red out on the track as soon as possible.
Absolutely. Here they're going to take a look here. As Sean continues to, now they're going to work the wall here. We have an official slightly in the way. We're just trying to see down the wall here to see if there was any extensive damage, but can't really tell. Okay. Well, I think that wall is a little bit bouncy curvy anyways. We don't see any extensive damage on that wall other than scrapes from the bottom of an 83 late model, Phil, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that wall's never been straight. I've seen a lot of cars.
Oh, here we go. We got Kyle on the handheld there. Look at that. That is some heavy damage. There you see it. There's the flag stand.
Wow.
Heavy impact there. And if we now Kyle's going to move us to the right here. Yeah, that's totally displaced, Phil.
Yeah, it's pushed back, and that's one of the main protectors, I think, for the flag stand, to try and kick the car out before it gets there.
That's 100 mile an hour. You were saying 100 mile an hour late model coming at you, causing that damage. And that flag stand withstood that hit, kind of deflected the 83 around the rest of the. And we can't document it enough how that deflection was huge. Like deflecting off the front of that, off the corner of that flag stand, deflecting the 83 kind of around the rest of the flag stand, because let's be honest now that everybody is okay, that flag stand could have been severed at the bottom and that could have came down.
Oh yeah, for sure. It could have came down, and even worse, the car could carry into the crowd, and that's one thing. Hopefully the catch fences grab it, but you never really know until it happens.
Absolutely. Cleanup continues in turn number 1. Let's have one more look here. Why we're under red flag conditions. The 83 is Dale Shaw, and the 10 is Jesse Kennedy. This is a zoom-in shot here. Look at it, almost over the wall right there, Phil. Boom. Look at that. Let's see how it deflected off that initial impact. Watch how the initial impact kind of kicks the car out. There's the I-beam.
Yep.
Hits the I-beam. It hits it pretty good. The I-beam kind of started that deflection. And then the front of the car got a piece of the flag stand, and then the rest of the car went around the flag stand. That's a great shot. When you zoom in, you can see that I-beam take a hard hit and then the flag stand.
I would say that I-beam did its job. If I was Scott Mackey, I'd be going over and giving it a hug, that's for sure. But yeah, it definitely kicked out pretty quick after it hit that I-beam.
Cleanup continues here in turn 1, and discussion if we're going to continue. It's Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and
Thursday.
Most people that are have received treatment for drug use problems are probably going to have a lapse.
Join addictions counselor Dean Anderson for Invisible, breaking through the stigma of addiction on Rogers TV.
Playing whatever. Jack 102.3.
This is not a drill. This is happening.
Get ready, because a new season of The Old Man is coming soon to FX.
Do you recognize me now?
Need to catch up? Stream the entire first season on City TV Plus.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Still under red flag conditions with 3 laps to go on a late model heat race number 2. I don't think we can show enough replays on this. Phil Givens joins me up top here tonight. Kate Friel downstairs. Horrific accident here involving the 10 of Jesse Kennedy and the 83 of Dale Shaw. Both drivers are okay. Both drivers getting checked out by on-location St. John's ambulance staff. There you see the remains of the cleanup, where the cars ended up on top of each other. If you're just joining us, race fans, the 83 finishing on top of Jesse Kennedy. Heavy impact into an I-beam and then the flag stand. Heavy damage on the flag stand. There's still discussions going on with track management and race directors. And officials and safety crew.
Man, they will be
there
good
you see
to go
just
here.
left. There you see the damage. The I-beam center of your screen took the brunt of the hit. Kind of the 83 Dale Shaw almost hopped over the wall with his car coming out of turn number 4. The I-beam took the brunt, kind of deflected it into the front left corner of the flag stand, bent the bars there, and continued to kind of go away from the flag stand. And everybody's okay. Scott Mackey, the flag man, there you see him. He's okay. He was in the flag stand at the time of the collision, obviously. Both drivers okay. Let's go for an update. Let's go downstairs to Kate.
Well, I just talked to Scott Mackey. He's been here 28 or 29 years. He couldn't quite get the number straight. I don't blame him after that. He said that's the first time that's ever happened. He said it should hold him for the night. That's what they were checking. They were also thankful to the big white pillar that we see that kind of pushes everything away like you guys have set upstairs. They are going to get going. They're just doing some more cleanup, and we'll get back green flag racing.
Great update. Thank you very much, Kate. There you see Mr. General Manager on the left, Mr. Dave Graham. Yeah, that I-beam did its job, Phil Givens, for sure. That's why it's there.
Yeah, exactly. And whoever put it in did a good job, because it didn't come out of the ground. But, yeah, if I was Scott Mackey, I'd be nervous these next few couple laps till after that. But I'm glad to see Dale's all right, and Jesse Kennedy. Delaware Speedway safety crew and cleanup crews doing a good job, and we should be back here racing any minute.
Yeah, thanks to the staff of St. John's Ambulance, who are here on a weekly basis as well. We do appreciate that. Still under red flag conditions here. Yeah, you called it before we went to break, Phil. Scott even had the frame of mind after trying to shield himself, because he saw that coming. To get the red flag out as soon as possible, but he could see it. See, that's different. It's a little different when you don't see it until late, when they're already almost underneath you. He saw it happening in corner exit at turn number 4. The 83 was on the wall on 2 wheels coming right at him.
Yeah, and that's what do you do? Like, you have a car coming at you at that speed, but yeah, he still managed to get the red flag out, get the lights on, and we're very, very lucky that flag stand held up.
As you heard Kate report the update, Scott said they're just making sure everything is ready to go. He thinks the flag stand will be okay for the rest of the evening. I would assume that they're okay with still the positioning of the I-beam, even though it has been obviously repositioned, to say the least. But track officials still down trackside trying to make sure everything is good to go before we return to racing here. Looks like Scott might go back on the flag stand here.
Yeah, you know what? And this gives the Delaware Speedway crew, I guess they're gonna have to fix this week. And yeah, it's good to see him back climbing up there. I'm sure his cooler and everything else he's got up there went for a ride.
Yeah, flag stand. There he is. Scott Mackey back on the flag stand. That's great to see.
Wild ride. Big round of applause for Dale. Glad to see driver the 83 is able.
And I think we're about to take the red flag off. We'll see.
Again, good news is driver looks like he's okay, so that is
and let's go. Oh, let's go to the replay here, Phil. Here's that close-up here. Phil, take us through this. This is unbelievable.
Yeah, Dale, as soon as they make contact, Dale goes up the wall, and at this point, there's nothing else you can do. And
there's the I-beam hit, and then the flag stand hit.
The I-beam did its job, pushed that car back onto the speedway, and unfortunately, it obviously did a ton of damage to Dale's car, but we're glad to see that him and Jesse are okay.
That's unbelievable, and thank you very much to everybody in the truck for getting us these shots. Fantastic. So we're just drying up some stay dry on the front stretch, and we'll take a break. You're watching Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Blow out all candles before you leave the room or go to bed.
Never leave a burning candle unattended.
When you go out, don't forget to blow out.
My name is Ryan Dyson, and I drive the number 28 race car at Delaware Speedway and across Ontario all summer long. You can check out our YouTube vlog series right here on Rogers TV every Friday at 6 o'clock p.m.
Today, I helped a parent feed their family by connecting them to a food program.
Today, I helped someone connect with mental health supports.
Today, I helped a couple struggling to pay their bills access financial aid.
Every day, 211 navigators connect Canadians to critical government and community programs and services.
211. Help starts here.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orrs and Phil Gibbons top of the tower here. Kate Frio down at trackside. And we're still in our red flag conditions. Cleanup continues in turn number 1, as you can see, after an unbelievable crash between the 10 of Jesse Kennedy, 83 of Dale Shaw. Even our flagman, Scott Mack, who got a round of applause while we stepped away from break from the crowd, involved in that because the flag stand sustained some damage. But we're almost good to go here.
Yeah, you know what? We got 3 laps left in this heat race. We get down to 5 cars now. Hopefully these guys can just knock the laps off and we can keep this show going.
Absolutely. Trackside to Kate.
I'm down here with the 38H of Jake Hooker. You've had some fantastic runs in following weeks. How's the car handling right now, and what does tonight look like for you?
Nah, we weren't very good there in the heat race, but in hot laps we were. So I like to think we won hot laps, which is a big complete to me. But I got Rick and Louis McCall, which are the best in the business, helping me, and I can't thank them enough. You know, we fried a clutch actually in the second round of hot laps, so we changed it before the heat race, which is really impressive. And you know, I just can't thank these guys enough. And I'm happy Dale's okay. You know, it was a scary ride. He's a good buddy of mine, and yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that was a wild ride. From your vantage point, how did it look to you?
You know, I didn't watch the replay. I usually don't like watching wrecks, especially when they're close to me. But sometimes the Delaware wall it's got a little ramp there, and I can say I've hit it a couple times, and something I don't want to wish on anybody else. But I'm happy he's out. It took a little bit, but you know, at least he's out and he's walking. Cars are replaceable, but people aren't. So that's a good side for Delaware and everything else.
Well, thank you so much for your analysis there on that wreck. The late models do hit that wall at some crazy speeds, and it was great for you to walk us through that. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, thank you. Just talked to the GM, no real update as of yet. Right now we are following things as normal here as the sun begins to set off of turn number 2. We've gone to yellow flag conditions, Phil, so that's great news.
Yeah, great news, and hopefully we can get this show rolling here. Looks like the 55 is actually coming down the pits here.
Well, yeah, remember Gary got into it at 3 wide with Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. We'll wonder if there you see the damage on the right front, but the tires still look good.
Yeah, I don't know if he's just coming in maybe since it was a caution to get it looked at real quick, make sure everything's good to go.
So we'll watch him pull into his pit stall here. They are going to peel some of that sheet metal off that right front to prevent any tire rub. They're going to check air pressure on the right rear, and they're checking air pressure on the right front as well. This is the points leader, leading by just 1 point. The top 8, I believe, no, sorry, the top 7 separated by just 8 points in this division, and they'll send Gary back out. He's going to weave his way through a very busy parking lot on pit road right now. So 3 to go. Matt Robley is your leader.
Yeah, and the 55 when he came down the pits there, they checked the right side tire. I think that's probably just to be safe. They're only allowed so many tires per season. They have like a kind of a
tire quota, right?
Yeah, a quota that they can only run. So instead of wrecking one, just be sure, especially when you're in a points race.
Absolutely. So back under. You know what? I didn't even take time of that. That had to have been at least 30, 40 minutes of red flag conditions, maybe even longer. But we're back under yellow, and Scott Mackey back in the flag stand. I don't know if I'd be able to go right back up there.
Yeah, it's definitely a nerve-wracking job, and they must pay him well, because I know where I'd be after that incident.
So Robley will choose the outside. We saw this a couple of weeks ago with the 51. Likes to choose the outside on a restart. Chapman to the inside. Ray Morneau inside row 2. Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. outside row number 2. And then Gary Ages is so quickly just down to 5 late models here in this heat race number 2 with 3 laps to go. We'll get the white flag this time by. Everything for a horrific crash like that, everything other than the flag stand and an I-beam coming out rosy. Both drivers okay, flagman okay, and waving the white flag as the field will have 1 lap to go before we turn them loose.
Yeah, I think the 51 of Robley, he's taking the outside. I think that's just so he can get a better run off it too.
Yeah, we saw that a couple of weeks ago. I think the last time you were with us, the late models were running, and Robley did the same thing.
Yeah, and you know what? Even in a bone stock out on the outside, if you can get a good run off too, you're going to come out with the lead.
So Robley on the outside, Chapman on the inside. 3 laps to go when we turn green here. It's Morneau and Beauchamp Jr. row number 2, and then Adrianson shotgun of the field. And they come around at turn number 4. Robley will restart this field. They'll match the gas to look to the flag stand. Green flag racing with the late models again after what seemed to be a 45-minute red flag delay. All 5 of them into turn 1 and 2, down the back. 2.5 laps to go. Robley tries to get a run into turn 2. Chapman to the inside. Here comes Beauchamp Jr. on the outside. All 5 of them all together out of turn number 4. Robley will lead that lap 2 to go.
This is quite the little battle here between Chapman and Robley. It almost looks like they're they're going to go 3 wide here off of 2 with Ray Morneau to the bottom of Chapman.
Man, they were almost 4 wide for a moment there, Phil, with the 55 of Adrianson having a look. Morneau to the inside now of Robley. And Morneau might lead this lap. White flag on the speedway. Adrianson recovering well after an open or second lap collision with Beauchamp Jr. Here comes the points leader to the inside. The 55 of Adrianson is there. Morneau to the lead. 1 turn to go on to turn number 4. Checkered flag in the air. It'll be Morneau. And Adrianson will come home second. Robley 3rd. Chapman 4th. Beauchamp Jr. in 5th. All 5 of them put a blanket on him. That's how they finished. To finish off late model heat race number 2.
Yeah, that was other than the incident that happened, that was a great race. Ray had a really good run to the inside there and pushed it 3 wide, and succeeded with that and put it in victory lane.
There you see the winner of the late model heat race number 2, Ray Morneau. Ladies and gentlemen, this week we lost a member of our Rogers family. One of our volunteers here at Trackside, Jeremy McGrady, lost his mother earlier this week. On behalf of the entire Rogers staff here and back at our home office in London, we wish nothing but the best, and our thoughts are with the McGrady family at this time. We'll be right back.
For over 50 years, White's Rental has been providing local contractors and members of the DIY crowd with professional quality lawn and garden tools, aerial lifts, and construction equipment. White's Rental, we have the right equipment to make your project easier.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mario Elia, host of Keeping London Healthy here on Rogers TV. Join us Wednesdays at 6:30 where we discuss health topics relevant to you and bringing on experts in the field to give you the best, most up-to-date information. See you then.
These days at your local Legion, we're marching to the beat of a different drum. On a mission to support veterans, to have fun, and to welcome everyone to our ranks. You don't have to be a veteran to join the Legion. And as a member, you'll join thousands of others serving our veterans, our communities, and our country. Oh yeah, and our Member Perks program will save you thousands on shopping, dining, products, and services across the country. Join us at legion.ca.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. And stay ahead of the curve with the latest Delaware Speedway fashions. From sleek tees to stylish caps, there's something for every speed aficionado. And the best part, new products are continuously being added, so you'll always be on the cutting edge. Rev up your wardrobe and show your love for the track. DelawareSpeedway.com/shop has all the information. All right, time now for the Ontario Sportsman Series visiting Delaware this weekend. Group qualifying, Phil, so we're going to set the field. I'm not quite sure if there's going to be an inversion or whatnot, but group number 1 is on the track right now. That's the 86 of Delaware's own Caden Patrick. Also runs the V8 stock division weekly here at Delaware Speedway. It's usually from the second lap on we'll have full speeds here. As the first lap, they're kind of pacing until they see the green flag condition. Caden in the Chevy Monte Carlo. And that 86.
I think the car that looks like a 24 out there is actually the 44, which would be Brad Robinson.
First lap, 21.364 for the 86 of Caden Patrick. Laurie Ochie's out there. Nathan Greenaway's out there. Len Zimmer, and you said Brad Robinson, is that correct, in the 44?
Yep.
There you see Caden working another lap under green.
Yep. The 43 car is Len Zimmer from LaSalle, Ontario.
Another lap for Caden Patrick, who's the top of the board right now. Cannot beat his fastest time of a 21.141.
Yeah, the 93 out here with the almost, the yellow and blue there at Nathaniel Greenway in the 93 from Tilbury.
I think they're doing 5 laps. White flag on the speedway. The 86 on your screen, that's the lead car for the 5-lap count. Caden just had his fastest time at 21.036. Still top of the board. 44 Brad Robinson is second. The third is 93 of Nathan Greenaway is third. Here comes Patrick to finish off his qualifying effort. Can he beat a 21.036? No, he cannot. He'll stay top of the board for now. Robinson remains in second spot. There you see Caden Patrick in the 86. It'll be the 44 of Brad Robinson in the third spot on the board. The 93 top of the board, a 21.022 for Nathaniel Greenaway, and a 93 will grab the first spot after group number 1.
Yeah, that was good. Good last lap there that he had in there, and top of the board after the first group of
There you see
OSS cars.
There you see the 93, Nathaniel Greenaway out of Tilbury, Ontario, former military member. And thank you to Nathaniel for his service in a Dodge Avenger. Group number 2 on the track. There is the 27. That's Sean Mangin from McGregor in a Dodge Challenger. He's a business owner and driving the 27 tonight here at Delaware Speedway. Look at that. I don't even know the number on that car. What was that, 55? It's such a silver number. It is the 55. Yeah. That's Ollie Ferguson. Tell us a little bit about Ollie.
Actually, Ollie's a 14-year-old from Lindsay, Ontario, and actually had his...
and problems with the 55. White flag. White flag displayed. I thought we were green. Something wrong with the 55. Continue telling us about Ollie.
Ollie, 2 weeks ago at Sauble Speedway, almost made everybody look, let's just say, not great. About lap 50, he really turned it on, and he drove around the leaders and got his first win at 14 years old in that car.
14 years old from Lindsay in a Chevy Camaro. Green flag on the speedway now for group number 2.
Sean McGlynn's in the 9 car as well out here.
Our Rick Doyle and Greg Sloan are Knights of broadcasters here on Rogers TV, also from Lindsay, Ontario.
We also have the 12 car of Mark Patrick, also from Delaware, Ontario.
There you see Ollie in the 55. Nobody on the board yet. Inside the top. Oh, the 55 of Ollie Ferguson, top of the board. At 20.598. No, and he just got beat.
Yep.
By the 9 of Sean McGlynn at 20.432 for the 9 of McGlynn out of Kitchener, Ontario.
12 of Mark Patrick sitting in 3rd in this group.
There is McGlynn. McGlynn has the most titles in Ontario Sportsman Series. 4 championships for the driver of the 9.
Yeah, that's quite the impressive feat to win 4 times in a series. And
he right now, Sean McGlynn, sitting. He's outside the top 10 actually in current top 10 points. Chad McGlynn is in the 4th position in points. We have yet to see Chad. White flag on the speedway. Sean McGlynn remains top of the board. The 55, Ollie Ferguson in 2nd. The 27 of Sean Mangin now in 3rd. He just got beat by the 12 of Mark Patrick out of Delaware, Ontario. Patrick up to the 3rd spot in the 12 machine.
Yeah, the number 9 here, Sean McGlynn out of Kitchener, is still holding the top on the top spot, but we still got 1 group left here after this.
Checker flag on the speedway. One last chance for the 9. And the 9 will remain top of the board after 2 groups of qualifying as Sean McGlynn in that number 9 car out of Kitchener, Ontario. And there you see group number 3 coming out now. That's the 71. That's your points leader, the 2023 Series champ, Corey McAllister from Durham. He hasn't had a finish, race fans, this season lower than 2nd.
No, Corey's, let's just put it this way. When Corey dives into something, he's in 110%. And I've known him personally. He's actually been a partner on my race car for, since 2018, and he's all about winning.
He's driving a Ford Mustang tonight, the 71. White flag on the speedway. Also on the track is the 19 of Kevin Trevlin from Chatham, Ontario. He's the 2022 champ, and he won the Delaware race in 2022.
And the 48 is a Richmond, Ontario native of Doug Cathcart.
And the 8 is Chad McGlynn in a Ford Fusion. Most wins at Delaware in the Ontario Sportsman Series. He was the series champ in 2021. And we'll watch McAllister go around this track here. The points leader and the defending series champ, the 71, Corey McAllister.
Yeah, Corey was about 4th in practice, and I walked into his trailer, and he wasn't very happy about it. And he was pretty much leaving the trailer to go talk to his crew chief, Scott McQueen, to see what they could do to get this thing on the top of the board. And there he is on the top of the board.
Top of the board, the 71 of McAllister, the 19 Tina Trevlin immediately to the second spot. Now it's the 48 in second. That's Doug Cathcart out of Richmond, Ontario. Now all of a sudden it's McGlynn. Chad McGlynn up to second spot, dropping the 9 of Sean McGlynn to third. The 19 of Trevlin said, nope, not yet, guys. Trevlin back up to second spot after a blistering lap. And the 48 of Cathcart says, not yet, Mr. Trevlin. And Cathcart now up to second on the board. So it's McAllister, Cathcart, Trevlin, and both McGlynn's fourth and fifth right now. Your top five. There's Cathcart in the 48. One of the longest tenured Ontario Sportsman Series
there
racers.
There he goes, top of the board for Cathcart in the 48 car.
Top of the board in the 48. White flag on the speedway. Here's McAllister at the line. And he can't get him. White flag, one last opportunity. Cathcart out of turn number 4. He'll finish the lap. And now the checkered flag for McAllister. One more opportunity for the points leader. Here he comes at the line. No, he'll stay in second. Here's Trevlin. And Trevlin will remain in fourth behind Chad McGlynn. It'll be Cathcart top of the board after 3 groups, followed by McAllister, McGlynn, Trevlin, and Sean McGlynn.
Yeah, you know what, with Doug Cathcart getting that up to the top of the pole, we'll see. We got one more group left. Corey McAllister's in second. Impressive run for Chad McGlynn out of Kitchener, Ontario in that third place position. But next up we got group number, I believe this is group number 4. We actually had four groups today.
Yeah, 4 groups, you're right. The 38 on your screen. That's Derek McCullough from Glencoe, Ontario. They call him the Pitbull in a Dodge Challenger. Finished second in the May race here at Delaware. Also on the track is the 15 of Mike Herniak Jr. from Kingsville. In a Chevy Monte Carlo.
Yeah, and the number 47, actually, she's from Winnipeg, Manitoba. She raced last night at Ohsweken Speedway in the Canadian NASCAR Series. It's Amber Belkin.
Yeah, she also raced in the ARCA Menard Series south of the border. Which is a couple of levels, or 3 levels below the Cup Series. If you're not counting trucks, and it's 2 levels below the Cup Series.
Yeah, exactly. And this is her second trip here back to Delaware Speedway.
There's Amber Balkin in the 47 from Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's her second Ontario Sportsman Series start. And we'll watch Amber go around in that 47 machine. Good to see her back for sure. I actually watched a couple of ARCA races with her in it.
38 of Derek McCullough just went up to third on the board.
Yeah, the 15 of Mike Herniak Jr. is up to fourth, knocking Sean McGlynn off the top 5. Still, it's Cathcart top of the board, then McAllister.
Oh, McCullough just went to the top of the board.
Derek McCullough, top of the board. Fast time right now for the 38. And we'll watch him come around turn number 4. That was a 19.894 last time.
The 0-2 of Brandon Patrick's just trying to break into that top 5. He's so close to sitting in the 6th position.
New fast time, Mike Herniak Jr. 19.882. Top of the board for the 15. Dropping McCullough to second spot, Cathcart to third, McAllister the 4th, and the 0-2's in there now. Brendan Patrick into the top 5, white flag. McCullough, what's he have left? There is your top of the board leader right now, the 15 of Michael Herniak Jr.
The 0-2 of Brandon Patrick just jumped up to 3rd place there on that last lap.
Here comes McCullough. Last time, checker flag. No, doesn't do it. Mike Herniak Jr. fast time again, 19.790. And that'll do it. Michael Herniak Jr. top of the board, McCullough in second. The 0-2 of Brendan Patrick in third, Cathcart in fourth, and the points leader, McAllister in fifth. Pretty good times. We'll go to break, and we'll come back for more action from Delaware Speedway on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Collins Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
We're taking this global. The toughest competition in sports is back. With the most international group of warriors ever. 16 mixed martial artists from 14 countries face off.
I don't care how light it is.
You're fighting each other for what?
For a shot at UFC glory. And women's flyweight champion Alexa Grasso and former champion Valentina Shevchenko guiding them on their quest. It's the new season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yes!
Unbelievable.
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. As you see the bone stocks rolling out, getting ready for the B main. We're going to have to try and confirm how many cars are going to advance here to the A main. 6, Phil?
Yeah, it's going to be 6. And here's something a little bit interesting. Joe Kicks won his heat race, and he's in the B. So
something happened.
Something happened visiting the Room of Doom there in the center, and obviously he it could have been too light or a little bit of an infraction. But
do you call Tech Garage Room of Doom, or is that self-titled by the tech director, Mr. Timmermans?
Well, nobody wants to run into Daryl or make him angry, but yeah, it's you know what a lot of people call it, the Room of Doom. Down in the States, Ricky Brooks is a big late model tech guy, and he used to be at Speed Weeks and Pensacola at Five Flags, and that's what he used to call it, was the Room of Doom.
Coming off group qualifying for the Ontario Sportsman Series, Michael Herniak Jr., top of the board fast time. Michael Herniak Sr. used to be a race analyst here on Rogers TV when we did races back in the early 2000s. A little bit of Rogers family tree lesson there.
Yeah, I was 12, 13 years old back then.
Yeah, me too.
That was a long time ago. I wasn't even thinking about racing. I didn't start till 2009, so.
All right, getting set for the B main, 6 to advance here. The 74, that's Stan Cook. The 48's Jack Dixon. That's your row one, number 1. Phil mentioned Joe Kicks, who won a heat race, but now has to go through the B main, which is interesting stuff.
Yeah, and to his outside, we got Adam Generu. And then Nathan Ray in the 26 car.
Randy Martin, I think, outside row 3.
Yeah. And then that's the Starrett Racing. We never really know who's piloting that. I think last week it was Craig Cole, but this week I don't know who's in the 88 car.
Clausen McMillan in row number 4, Wilson Herzl in row number 5, Houston and Hughes in row number 6, and Prue and Penny in row number 7.
Here we got Wally, or we like to call him Wallace Wilson, racing in one of the Howard's cars. It's the old 23 car, but he's running 3 tonight for Mike Howard's number.
White flag being displayed here, and they're going to run 15 laps the scheduled distance for this Bone Stock B main, with the top 6 advancing to the A main feature. So after this, I believe, due to that red flag delay, they're going to zoom right through intermission and go right to, I believe, the late model 35 lap feature, and then the Bone Stock 25 lap feature, and then the Ontario Sportsman Series 100 lap feature. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car.
So we've just been told that the 12 had an illegal part, and he's been fixed for this the B feature to run in this.
All right, Jack Dixon, the 48, will bring the field to green here. Slowly out of turn number 4. Top 6 advance to the A main. They'll look to the flag stand. Green flag, we're racing. Bone Stock B main. Good start by Dixon. Stan Cook in the 74. Generu in the blue 25 outside. It's Kicks in the inside in the 12 car. Then it's Martin and Rhea right behind them. The front 6 already separated themselves from the rest of the field. There's Generu with a nice run down the back, right onto the bumper of Stan Cook. And General had to back off there.
Yeah, he had a fantastic run, and those Cavaliers Sunfire cars work really good on the outside, and in no time at all, I think he'll be up to the front here.
Cook on the outside, Dixon on the inside, General in third, and it's Randy Martin. Nice start for the 52. Now Nathan Rhea coming back. Here's General to the outside of the 48 machine. Top 5 all together. Clausen all of a sudden up to the 6th spot. He's all by himself in a yellow machine. All by himself in that 6th transfer spot is the William Clausen 64. Front 5 all together. There's Rhea in the 26, trying to get to the inside of Generu. And now it's Stan Cook at the front of this field. Getting around Jack Dixon. Generu coming on the outside of the 48 of Dixon now. Rhea in the 26. Then you see Martin, your top 5. Then the yellow car of Clausen. 3 wide for a moment there. Generu will grab the 2nd spot now.
Joe Kicks has dropped from 3rd place back. He's way back. It's almost like he's got a...
Oh, he's way off the pace, you're right.
He might have a flat, or just the car's dying out on him, actually.
On the front stretch, way off the pace. Leaders into turn number 3. 4 laps complete this time by. It's a Cook out front. Generu 2nd. Rhea coming now on the inside. Looking for the 3rd spot. Nathan Rhea in that green and black 26 to the inside of Generu. Through turns 1 and 2. That 26 really cornered well there. Generu will fight back on the outside. A little bit more horsepower for the 25 in blue. They'll close in on the 74 of Cook as well. Dixon remains alone in 4th. The front 6 all together by over half a straightaway. So comfortable right now for the front 6. There you see them all in your shot right now. Those are your transfer spots. They've caught Cook at the front of this field, and they're going to go by Kicks. You'll see him at the bottom of your screen right there. The 12 into the pits.
The 64 is William Clausen. He's holding that transfer spot up in 6th. He's got a big lead to 7th. So if I was him, I'd just be being smart. You're in the show, and don't try and push too hard.
Yeah, over half a straightaway advantage for Clausen in that final transfer spot. 1, 2, and 3. They're your top 3 right now. Cook, Rhea, Generu, all together working turns 3 and 4. 8 to go this time by. And Rhea closes right in, looks to the outside of Cook now. They'll go 3 wide past the lap car. Again, 3 wide to the outside of the 06, I believe. And Cook will hold on to the lead. Cook in the 74, Rhea in the 26. 1st and 2nd, Generu, about 4 car lengths behind the 26 right now. Then it's the 48 of Dixon all by himself in 4th. Martin all by himself in 5th. Clausen all by himself in 6th. All the 6 transfer spots very comfortably in front of 7th place.
Yeah, Nathan Rhea in the 26. He's been looking outside, inside, and just looking at his times. A couple laps, he was 3/10 quicker than Stan Cook, so he's just having a hard time get around him. He keeps pinning it down. I don't know if he's got to go to the outside or what it is to keep the RPMs up in that car, but it definitely doesn't like the bottom side.
Leaders into turn number 1. 6 to go. Cook in the 74, Rhea in the 26. Cook goes high. Rhea tried to go low. Wasn't close enough. Generu in the 3rd spot. There you see the front 6 with William Clausen in that yellow machine. Way out in front in that transfer spot. No trouble there for the Clausen machine. 5 to go this time by for the leaders. They'll continue to lap traffic. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, and sitting in 4th is the 48 of Jack Dixon. Randy Martin in the 52 R's behind Dixon. And in 6th place, still holding that transfer spot, is William Clausen.
Yeah, so Clausen has an 8-second advantage on a 7th place Hank Clausen in the 24, so 8 seconds to work with for William Clausen in that final transfer position as the leaders come out of turn 2 and down the back another time. Lots of traffic ahead of these leaders now with 4 to go. Side-by-side battle right in front of them now.
I just kind of noticed there, the 74, when he comes off the corner here in clear traffic, he'll cut down the track to kind of block Nathan Rhea's run there. But as they go 3 wide here through the center of this traffic.
This allows Generu to get back in the fight. There's the blue car, 25, Adam Generu. Rhea lost some track position, falling right back into the clutches of Generu in the 25. Battle for 2nd. They're continuing to lap traffic here. 2.5 laps to go for the leader. The 54 of Stan Cook. Now Rhea comes back at him. Gets a great run at turn number 4. 2 to go.
Yeah, I think Nathan Ray is probably about 2/10 quicker than Stan Cook, but he just can't find an open track to get around him here.
Lots of traffic in front of the leaders. It's Cook and Rhea. Down the back another time to go to the outside of the batting number 9 machine. And they'll continue to lap traffic. Generu back into the fight. White flag this time by, and more traffic to deal with half a mile to go. It's Stan Cook out front, Nathan Ray in second, Adam Generu in third. They're all right there with some cars to work with here. They'll go to the outside of the 99. Half a lap to go here. They'll close in under braking. The rest of the traffic they won't get to on turn number 4. Cook goes high, Ray to the inside, and Stan Cook will hold on to win the B main in the bone stock. He'll advance. Nathan Rea will advance. Adam Generu, Jack Dixon, Randy Martin, and William Clausen will all advance to the A main as the checkered flag flies here to finish off this 15-lap B main in the bone stock division. There you see the winner, the 74 of the Stan Cook. Let's go trackside and check in with Kate.
I'm here with the driver number 71, Corey McAllister, points leader for the Ontario Sportsman Series. What does Delaware offer you guys on your circuit that no other track has?
It's definitely a fast track. We don't hit speeds like this anywhere else. And then with both ends being completely different, just in qualifying we were a little off in 1 and 2, but we're great in 3 and 4. So it's kind of a toss-up of, what you're going to do with the car to make it ready for feature. I know we'll have good long-run speed, so it'll be really good. I want to make a shout out my daughter. It's her birthday week this week. Is this her birthday on Tuesday or Wednesday there? So happy birthday, Ainsley. Kane and Jen at home watching. We're going to get it done for you tonight.
Starting in the 5th spot, what is the goal? I know it's number 1. You want to see an interview in Victory Lane. You're a big fan of the show. So what would it mean to you to be number 1 here at Delaware tonight?
We're going to be. I got to get to the front, and right off the bat, I got to go. I want to get out front and then get pace and laps and get them off. So we're determined. We just made a bunch of changes after qualifying, and I think you're going to see us move pretty quickly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Corey. Good luck tonight. Like I said, he's a big fan of the show. He wants to be in Victory Lane. Back up to you guys upstairs.
Awesome. We'll be right back. More racing to come. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
In The Paint Box, host Jane Roy puts a spotlight on various aspects of the vibrant visual art community in the City of London. The Paint Box, Mondays at 5:30 p.m.
Hello, I am Rachel Burdan, and I am this week's guest on Pollinating Purpose.
What's our idol this morning? Have a think about that. Does our impatience impede our faith? We're not getting the result that we want in the timely manner that we think we deserve it in? Does our lack of faith lead us to seeking something more than God, something that we can physically hold on to?
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. They just had another consultation with flagman Scott Mackey and the safety crew down at the flag stand from an earlier wreck that almost took out the flag stand, folks, and we're not kidding you. If you're just joining us, getting set for the late model feature. Corey McAllister made a good point. We've talked about it before, Phil. This track has 2 distinctive ends. Actually, we're going to find out what happened to that flag stand. Take us through it earlier tonight.
Yeah, Jesse Kennedy in the 10 car just came up the track a little bit on Dale Shaw, and unfortunately Dale went for a ride here, and luckily enough he didn't get too far into the flag stand, but he definitely did hit it. All drivers are okay. Scott Mackey's okay, so that's the main thing with this whole situation.
Yeah, took out a protective I-beam just before the flag stand. There you see the I-beam on the left. Kind of deflected the car back towards the track, which allowed it to catch just the front corner of the flag stand as it continued to go back towards the track area, so the I-beam doing its job. I was going to say, Corey McAllister was saying before we went to break, and we've talked about this track has two distinct ends. Turns 1 and 2, a shorter distance between than the distance between turns 3 and 4. So how do you set up your car? Do you want it better cornering for a better run out of turn 2, or do you want to carry more speed through turns 3 and 4? That's what he has to deal with.
Yeah, in Corey's situation, he's just kind of has to find that balance to be quick at both ends. I don't doubt that Corey and Scott McQueen there, they would have figured it out, and the rest of his crew. And I'd put my money on Corey to win that feature later on tonight. I'm a little bit biased because Corey obviously helps me out with my racing program, but I've never met someone that is so determined with everything in life.
We'll take you one last look here, close-up of what happened earlier between Jesse Kennedy and Dale Shaw, and what happened to the flag stand and the I-beam coming out of turn 4, almost going over the wall here. Look how close he was to over. There's the I-beam, bang, into the front left corner of the flag stand, bang, and coming back onto the track on top of Jesse Kennedy. Great job by our crew to give us these shots. Unbelievable wreck. Both drivers okay, as Phil mentioned. Scott Mackey, the flagman, okay. What a horrific wreck, about a 45-minute delay here under red flag conditions. And there you see what's left of that. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Carbon monoxide is a deadly gas you can't see, smell, or taste.
Homes with fuel-burning appliances and/or attached garages must have working CO alarms installed outside all sleeping areas.
Don't let the silent killer get you. Install working CO alarms today.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febry. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Pollinating Purpose is a show about supporting organizations who seek to have impact in the work that they do. Whether nonprofit, for-profit, or grassroots organization, you'll learn key considerations to starting or growing your social purpose business with longevity and sustainability in mind. Along the way, you'll also hear stories from folks who are doing similar work in their community and hearing from leaders in their field on how to best approach this work.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Orrs, Phil Givens, top of the tower. There we are. Let's turn the light on so you actually see us. Maybe this will help. Oh, the light doesn't come on. There it is. There we are, top of the tower. Good evening and welcome. Kate Friel, our third member of our team down at trackside, getting set for some feature racing now. We'll lead off with the late models. The Bone Stocks get a little bit of a rest. So what are we looking for in the late model feature here, Phil?
Clean racing. Hopefully everything goes smooth. These guys that are all 5 points apart at the top, they're going to put on some lights out racing. I'm thinking Ray Morneau might have the car to beat tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking back to the Bone Stocks coming from the B main. You know that we've gone caution-free with every Bone Stock event tonight thus far?
I was gonna say you're gonna knock on wood, because the last couple of weeks there's been a few big wrecks in that division, but I just want to see everybody load those cars at the end of the night to the trailer and not have much work this week.
Absolutely. Lloyd Rawlings in the 69 will be your pole car here tonight. In this late model feature scheduled for 35 laps, the 22 of Marshall Schrank will be outside row 1. Brady Smith in the 53 inside row 2. Ray Morneau alongside Smith in row 2. Row 3 is Gary Anderson, their points leader, on the inside of Matt Robley. Row number 4, Jaden Chapman inside of Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. Row number 5 is Patrick Field inside, Jay Cooker on the outside. That's your starting 10.
Yeah, the 30 is John Ards. And what number is that?
That's the 14. And Shea Gemmel. So how did Shea Gemmel wins the heat race, Phil? How is he starting shotgun?
That's a great question.
I don't understand that.
Maybe something in tech.
Maybe.
They seem to put everybody to the back, but...
well, the heat race winners, isn't it the top 3 or just the winner goes through tech?
Top 3, I believe, for these guys, but it could be Shea playing a game. I don't think he's in points here. So I think he might be just testing it out for tomorrow at Flamborough Speedway.
And I don't think there's an invert because there's 13 cars. And you can only roll 12 if you're using 2 dice.
That's true.
So I don't think there was an invert. Maybe something did happen with tech, or maybe...
he could have just opted to go to the back just to save it.
White flag on the speedway, 35 laps the scheduled distance. Lloyd Rawlings at the front of this field from Windsor, Ontario, getting set to turn this field loose here. Gary Adrian, your points leader, inside row number 3. Second in points, 1 point back, Ray Morneau. Outside row number 2. As you get a shot of the front stretch, and they're just about to show up out of turn number 4. There you see the crowd here at Delaware Speedway on a gorgeous Friday night. Out of turn 4, Lloyd Rawlings will bring him. Watch the right side of your screen. There they are. And here we go. Green flag with the late models. Rawlings on the inside. Schrank on the outside. Gets a good run into turn 2. Here comes Ray Morneau on the outside as well. Late models will roar down the back. They'll turn into turn number 3. Out of turn 4, Schrank will lead the opening lap, and Morneau comes with him. Rawlings back to 3rd. Adrian now to the inside for 4th on Brady Smith. And Schrank will lead him into turn 3. This time by, we're going to take you down trackside right beside our flag stand. Late model speed shot at the half mile. It's Schrank and Morneau, the front pair trying to get away. Here comes Adrianson now to the inside of Rawlings for 3rd. And the 55 looks strong after an altercation in this hit race with the Bullshop Junior machine.
I'd have to say, Ray Morneau in that 03 car looks absolutely unreal coming out of 4. But he seems to be gaining actually most of his stuff down the backstretch here out of turn 2.
Lloyd Rawlings fighting off Adrianson and holding that 3rd spot. The front 5, all single file. Rawlings goes high, Adrianson looks low. Adrianson still low. Adrianson will dive to 55 into turn 1. And he got cut off by Rawlings. Now he'll fight back just behind the 2 leaders of Schrank and Morneau. Side by side right behind him for 3rd. There you see them now. Adrianson to the inside of Rawlings.
What a battle, door to door. Adrianson just keeps working on it on the bottom line. But Rawlings gets that run out of 2 on the top side. But finally, the 55 of Adrianson, he clears them.
The front 4 clear by about 14 car lengths over Matt Robley in 5th. There you see Schrank, Morneau, Adrianson, and Rawlings. Morneau trying to get to the front early before Adrianson could work his way through traffic. Now the points leader finds himself right behind Morneau, who came into tonight 1 point behind Adrianson for the points lead. The top 8 in the division, the top 7 separated by 8 points coming into tonight.
Wondering if the 03's car's fallen off a little bit here because Gary got under him pretty easy, but Marshall Schrank is just driving away here. He seems to be opening up that gap every single lap.
Morneau trying to fight for the 2nd spot. Adrianson to the inside. Top 2 in the points right there. Points leader on the inside. And the 55 of Adrianson is coming in the front. Up the 2nd spot now. Schrank's got a 9-car length lead now on Adrianson. And they'll come out of turn 4, 26 to go this time by. Marshall Schrank at the point. There's the Morneau and Rawlings for 3rd. Great run by Lloyd Rawlings right now in that 69 film.
Yeah, he's having a fantastic run. Usually you can't keep these paces. They're pushing pretty hard right now. I think the biggest question is the 22 of Marshall Schrank. How long can he keep this pace up as Gary's starting to push him pretty hard here in the 55?
Very good battle. There's 7 cars battling for the 5th spot on back. They're all nose to tail. Top of your screen, you just saw them. A train of late models, and Matt Robley's holding them up. Bullshop Jr. wants that spot. Brady Smith right behind him.
there's been a few laps there where Beauchamp's just kind of jumped to the inside, and they tried to push his nose in there just to see, but he backs out every time. But I feel like Robley is holding up this group.
Jake Hooker in there, Patrick Friel in there as well. Robley's holding him up a little bit. That's a battle for fifth. Adrianson's caught the leader, though. The front two all together. Into turn number 3 and Schrenk into 22. Adrianson into 55. That 55 is cornering so well right now.
He's coming off the corners, and it's just unreal. Like, the car looks perfect coming off of 4. Down turn 2 there. He's going to try and dive to the inside. I think he's going to move Marshall up the track and take the spot.
Battle for your lead, top left. Battle for fifth, bottom right. Robley now getting caught on the outside. Ducks in front of Jake Hooker. Hooker will get a nose in there. Bottom right, contact with the 51 of Robley. Contact top left. And a battle for the lead. They'll drag race down the back. Adrianson on the inside. Schrenk to the outside. And it's a new leader. He's also your points leader. And it's the 55 of Adrianson.
Man, Gary just drove around him like he was standing still. That car is on rails right now. They got 20 to go. Let's see if they can keep pushing this. Gary's going to drive it as hard as he can to a certain point where he gets out where he's comfortable.
Phil, look at the separation between the leaders already. Like, Adrianson's out by 5-6 car lengths.
When you're fast, you're fast. That's all I can say. And Gary knows what he's doing. He's been around here for a long, long time.
Here you see bottom right, the battle now for 7th. Robley, Jake Hooker, and Patrick Friel. Beauchamp Jr. and Smith have gotten by Robley. Contact with the Hooker machine. Bottom right. There you see Robley in the 51 trying to hold on to 2nd or 7th. Top of your screen. Left side is the 55 of Adrianson, your leader. And he's just driving away now from Schrenk. That 55 is absolutely motoring with 17 to go this time by.
Yeah, he's flying, but a little bit farther back in 4th place there. I'm very impressed with the Rawlings car, the 69er Rawlings. He's holding on very, very good here, and he's competing with some very fast race cars right now.
Yeah, Rawlings all by himself in the 4th spot. A good half a straightaway lead on Ron Beauchamp Jr. in the 5th spot. There you see that battle, bottom right, that's for 7th. Robley has it. Just behind him is Hooker and Patrick Friel.
Looking back down here at back to like 10th place here, Jaden Chapman. I think they missed the setup a little bit. I have a feeling he's going to be frustrated when he comes off the track, but it looks like he's struggling a little bit.
You think they might have got caught with a setup for a hot, humid track instead of a cool down track?
I wonder if they were playing that game and the temperature just dropped too much on them.
Here's the gap at the front of the field. Adrianson in the 55, Schrenk in the 22. That's a gap of about 9 car lengths into turn 1 with 14 laps to go. And that lead is kind of slowly increased. Marshall Schrenk trying to do whatever he can to keep that 55 in sight here. Morneau all by himself in 3rd. Rawlings all by himself in 4th. And Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. rounding up the top 5 as we run.
I was just looking at Gary Adrianson's time there in the 55. He's running like an 18.7, 18.8 consistently every single lap here. So he's fallen off about 2/10 from his fast lap about 10 laps ago, but he's holding strong up there.
Battle for 8, Hooker in the 38, Friel in the 18, Chapman in the 13. That's a battle for 8. Friel wanted to the inside there. And I think Patrick Friel might be a little bit faster than Jake Hooker. Friel's all over the rear deck with the 38 now down the back. Comes in, gets right underneath the 38, still underneath the 38. And Hooker holding on here. I think Hooker cornered there with just the 2 front wheels.
Yeah, he was right underneath that deck lid, and it doesn't help. Like, you got Chapman coming down the backstretch here on the inside of Friel now.
Yeah, just behind this 38. Friel, and there you see the nose of Chapman to the inside for position. That's a battle for the 9th spot. Friel has it, and Chapman wants it. There's that battle. Go ahead.
Yeah, Gary Adrianson there, he's got out to about a 1.2 second lead. He's held strong the entire time, so I think he's just kind of buying his time, ticking the laps off now.
8 laps to go. The only variable here, other than a possible caution, would be a battle of 4 cars about a full straightaway ahead of the leader right now. But
yeah, you know what? he's hoping for no caution, but he also doesn't want to burn up his stuff in case there is a caution.
7 to go this time by. The question is, will the leader catch this gaggle of cars you're seeing right now? They're into turn 3 right now, and Adrianson just exited turn 2. This will be close. And Marshall Schrank hoping that it's real close. That car just looks fast.
Absolutely. Every time it comes off the corner, it just looks like it's planted and it's getting all the bite that it needs.
Hooker, Frail, Chapman right there in battle for 8th. Frail right under the 38. Trying to get him a little loose here. 5 to go. And now the distance between these cars and the leader is about 3/4 of a straightaway. This will be very close. There you see the battle. There you see the leader, top of your screen.
If you look at the 38 of Hooker, it's really weird. It's kind of interesting to me when he's coming down the front stretch. In the exhaust pipe, there's a constant glow of like fire. Usually you only see that when they're decelerating in the corner. So I don't know if something's going wrong or.
Like if you're in this group of cars here, Phil, and the leader's coming around to lap you in 32 laps. What does that say about your car?
You missed the setup.
You missed the setup. That's it right there. Like he's half a straightaway behind this battle now. There you see Adrianson, top of your screen, with 2 to go. This will be very close. There's the gap. Adrianson to that mess of cars ahead of him. I don't think he's going to catch him.
No, I think Gary can play this pretty cautiously, too, if he does catch him.
Absolutely. Half a mile left for what's been a very adventurous night for the 55 of Adrianson. Getting in his second lap heat race collision with Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. Doing some adjustments during the evening and coming around and dominating the 35-lap feature. The points leader will win tonight's feature. Gary Adrianson, checker flag in the air for the 55 in dominating fashion. Marshall Schrank will finish second, followed by Ray Morneau. Lloyd Rawlings, a great run by Lloyd. Finishing 4th, Ronnie Beauchamp Jr. finishes 5th. Brady Smith will hold on for 6th, followed by Robley, Hooker, Friel, Chapman, John Arts, Shea Gemmel, and Paul Major. But there you see your feature race winner, adding a little bit more to the points lead. He came in with just 1 on the points margin, and he wins tonight's feature. And I'll bet that he says a pretty good compliment to his wife.
Oh, most likely. And you know what? I absolutely think that that's exactly how you want your race car to handle every time you unload out of the trailer.
That's unbelievable how fast. And like no issues getting past Morneau, no issues getting to Schrank and passing him with ease.
Yeah, it looked effortless in that car. I would love to run that car just to see how it handled.
So there you see Gary Adrianson, your points leader in the late model division, unbuckling and getting set to take off the bucket and climb out. Momentarily we'll send you down trackside to Jordan Mosley to hear from our feature race winner tonight. Still to come, next will be our bone stock 25-lap feature, which will be exciting. And then we'll have our 100-lap feature from our visiting series, the Ontario Sportsman Series in town tonight. There you see Gary getting ready, asking for a quick drink of water. Clear that throat for the interview. And getting set to climb out of that 55 hot rod, and that was a hot rod on rails tonight for sure.
Yeah, that thing was lights out tonight. He made the rest of the field look slow, honestly.
Absolutely, there he is out of the car. Gary Adrianson, your late model feature race winner. Climbing down from the car. Yeah, congratulating his crew, of course. The crew does a lot of work before and during a race and even after a race.
For the second time
Dan Bug, the spotter, and hugging our very own Jordan Mosley from Delaware Speedway. Let's go to Jordan down trackside.
Giving everybody hugs down here in Victory Lane. Gary, they made you work for that one. You started near the back, and once you got out front, you kind of had him covered. Run me through that one.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure what we were going to do here. Up in turn 2 in the heat race, I got into Beauchamp and cut a tire, so we didn't know if the toe was out, and I mean, with the bone stocks running right away, and then no intermission, and with the wreck on the front stretch, we just had no time, so we didn't get to check anything. We slapped a new tire on it and hope for the best. These guys here, this is their win. This is not my win. And first of all, I wouldn't be out here without my wife. She's everything. JD Patrick, London Drive Systems, Guild Electric, Seacraft Detailing, Dowler Karn, longtime supporter, Arc One Welding Supplies. I almost feel like Trevor Culver. I'm trying to do him justice. Global Waste Solutions and Speed Pro Imaging. They make this thing look so damn good. Jackpot City. And you know what, actually, probably the most important one that's on here, they're not a sponsor, but we support them, the Ronald McDonald House. Everybody knows what they're about. I've had the opportunity myself to go through a tour. They do good work. I encourage every one of you to donate some money and help them out. Every family needs one, and you never know when you're going to be the one that needs it.
Gary Adrianson got them all down here. Our first two-time winner in the Experience Camping Late Models.
5, we'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Ray saves you money, and that's the key on Chevy, Buick, GMC. Ray Cullen Chevrolet. You should drive by Ray today.
Welcome to Treat Yourself.
The toughest competition in sports is back. With the most international group of warriors ever. 16 mixed martial artists from 14 countries face off.
I don't care how light it is.
You are fighting each other for what?
For a shot at UFC glory. And women's flyweight champion Alexa Grasso and former champion Valentina Shevchenko guiding them on their quest. It's the new season of The Ultimate Fighter.
Yes!
Unbelievable.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see our late model feature race winner, Gary Adrianson, the points leader, getting ready to pull out of victory lane, getting set for a 25-lap feature with the bone stocks and some interesting positioning here as far as the grid here as we get into this race.
Yeah, you know what, we got Sterling Roberts up on the pole, and just looking back, the Texas Terry car that Wade Thorne's wheeling in, he was the Heat 1 winner. He looks like he's probably going to be about 16th to 20th back there, so just trying to see if I...
yeah, he's inside row 14. So why is he that far back if he won a heat race? Because there's 4 heats?
It goes Heat 2, Heat 3, Heat 4, and then Heat 1, which is actually normally the slower cars. They put them towards the back, and then the B feature. It's a really weird handicapping system.
Okay.
It's very frustrating as a driver sometimes when you want to be towards the front, but yeah, especially when the points leader is sitting 12th on the he's row 6 on the outside there, Rabideau. So it's very, very frustrating. Langford's right in front of Rabideau, so.
Yeah, Langford will start outside row number 6. He is second in points. The points leader, Rabideau, right behind him outside row number 7. And Vanderwist will start outside row 1 with Roberts on the inside.
Yeah, in my eyes, if I'm watching this as a fan of bone stocks and a driver, I'm going to say Sterling Roberts. Yeah, he starts on the pole. This is his turn or his chance to get up and get out of there as soon as possible. He's got a car that's quick enough.
He won this heat, right?
Yes, I believe he did.
So they start the heat race 4 winner at the pole. Is that how they do it?
I forget how it is exactly.
Because Vanderwist was in heat number 4 as well, if I'm not mistaken. I thought he was, or maybe that was heat 3.
Heat 3.
That was heat 3. Okay.
Yeah. So
Robertson, Vanderwist were your front row. Verhoeven and Levesque in row number 2.
It'd be Everest and Meyer.
And Meyer in row number 3. Wollaston and Verburn in row number 4. Luoma and Langford in row number 5. Willems and Rabideau row number 6. Story and Clark in row number 7. Culver and the 33 BT of Paul Fothergill. So some good names up front, Phil. This will be a good one. White flag on the Speedway.
Hopefully they can get here, right? Green to checkered, and get through this pretty quick.
So 25 laps to scheduled distance here for the Bone Stocks. Is still to come, 100 lapper from the Ontario Sportsman Series.
I have to say, this is my first time watching the Bone Stocks from this side of the track in an actual feature race. I haven't called one.
They weren't running when you were with us
they weren't running when I was here, so I absolutely love this class just because I run it. But
getting set for green with this many cars on the track, and you might be starting halfway, 3/4 back. What are you thinking right now on the backstretch before we go to green?
Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble.
That's the biggest thing with this class.
Okay, here we go. Pace car on pit road. Roberts will bring him to the line. 25 laps for the Bone Stocks. They'll look to the flag stand. Green flag, we're racing, and a great start by Roberts. He's off all by himself into turn number 1. Vanderwist will file into turn 1 in second spot. Verhoeven, Levesque, 2x2 all the way back. 3, 4 wide at one point there. There's still 3 wide back in the pack.
Langford on the outside there. He's making a run. He's already passed 2 or 3 cars coming up through on the outside in the 03.
He's got Rabideau in tow right behind him on the high side. There's Vanderwist in the 54. The 10 is Levesque. The 8 is Verhoeven on the inside of the 93. And the field will work the turn 2 and down the back another time. There you see the remainder of turn number 1. They're all the way around to turn 3 already. Roberts, Vanderwist, your top 2. Langford and Rabideau are coming to the front in 6th and 7th respectively.
The 93R is actually Jay Cox's old car from last year, the old 00, and it looks like he just moved into 3rd.
The 93 up to the 3rd spot now. Race Meyer working around Levesque. And there you see the 03 of Langford, and there you see the points lead of the black number 5 of Rabideau. Early on in this feature, the cream rising to the top in the Bone Stock class.
I think anywhere that Matt Langford goes on that track, Jeremiah Rabideau is going to be on his back bumper the entire time, all the way to the front.
Absolutely. They'll go to the high side of Ian Levesque in the red number 10. That's a battle for the 4th spot. Langford is going to grab that. Here comes Rabideau on the outside. They'll go to the high side of Meyer in the 93. Great run by Langford. Matty Langford having a great 2024 campaign. But so is the car behind him. That's your points leader, Jeremiah Rabideau. Langford goes high. Rabideau might do something here. No, he won't. He'll check up. There's the gap, 1st to 2nd in turn 3. It's all Roberts right now. But Langford in the 03 and Rabideau in the 5 want to say something about it. Rabideau got cut down. Langford almost put him into the inside wall.
Yeah, Matt Langford in the 03 there, his car looks very, very tight. He almost knocked the wall down and had to come back down in front of Rabideau.
It's Meyer in the 93, Langford 03, Rabideau in the 5, Colin Williams in the blue 17. They're all right there. Battle for the 3rd spot. Rabideau kind of a trap down low right now. Langford to the outside. Rabideau tried to look inside again, but Langford just cuts down on that corner exit.
They're about to go 3 wide there. It looked like they were going to have one with Rabideau and Langford, Colin Williams, but they all single filed out of that.
Jeremiah content right where he is right now, you would think, but you never know in the cockpit of that number 5 machine. They'll go to the high side of Race Meyer. Roberts, a half a straightaway lead on Vanderwist, coming up on the back marker traffic now of the lead lap.
Cassie Howard's pulling down to the infield here.
Yeah, looks like Cassie Howard's going to come into the pits here. Langford will dive. There's Meyer to the inside of Rabideau, just ahead of them. Langford to the inside of Vanderwist for 2nd. Here's Willems to the outside of Meyer in the 93. There's Langford to the inside of Vanderwist. They're all right there. That's a battle for 2nd. Langford car, go ahead.
Yeah, Langford's car looks really, really good on the bottom of the track. Whenever he gets to the outside lane, though, it looks like it's starting to push the wall. So he's got to be mindful of that. When you got Jeremiah on your back bumper, you don't want to give him any opportunities.
Langford the second, Rabideau to the inside at Vanderwist for third. Willems trying to follow him through in that blue 17. And now the only thing that stands between Langford and the lead are lapped cars. So go to the outside of Jesse Howard in the 23. There's the gap on the backstretch. Roberts on the left, Langford on the outside of Howard on the right. First and second. There's Rabideau closing right in under braking. We'll see how the 5 corners here. The 5 right there closing in, under cornering right to the rear bumper of the 0-3 momentarily. And those two, top 2 in points, have broken away from the battle in the rest of the top 10.
Yeah, Donovan Clark in the 52 car, he's up in the top in the points as well, and he's currently running 7th. Car looks a little bit free on entry of the corner, but he seems to be handling it pretty well as he's about to catch up to Reese Meyer there and the 17 of Wilms.
Rabideau right behind Langford. You think he wants a spot here with 14 to go? Filler, what are you thinking?
We got a spin in turn 2.
We got a spin in turn 2. Caution on the speedway.
Randy Martin maybe in the 52.
Yeah, that might be, or either Kara in the 53. They're both painted. 53. It is the 53 at Kara Martin. They're both painted almost identical. So Kara around in turn number 2.
This is the situation that Jeremiah Rabideau and Matt Langford wanted. I don't think they weren't gaining any time really on Sterling Roberts, but when they're running like that, I think Jeremiah was going to stay behind Langford because they were actually maybe gaining a little bit. As soon as they go beside each other, they lose ground to the leader.
Jesse Howard retired for the evening, slow on the front stretch, rear brake issues on the 23. As she goes slowly across the start-finish line. There you see Kara Martin. And kudos to Kara Martin. Just a couple of years ago, she was running at Grand Bend Speedway. She actually started in the junior late model class. Grand Bend Speedway really promotes youth racing and getting his start in racing. She was running junior late models, advanced to the bone stocks, running out of the quarter mile in Grand Bend. Last year started to, jump into Delaware for a race here, a race there in the bone stocks. This year running bone stocks, and she's been in the cockpit of a V8 stock this year as well. So kudos to the young Kara Martin. All right, we'll be right back. More bone stock racing to come on the other side of the break. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Don't get caught unprepared this summer. White's Rental is your one-stop shop for lawnmower tune-ups and repairs. You can visit us at our new location, 785 Little Simcoe Street.
Join the high-energy, bodyweight-based workouts of the Thunder Twins. Gerald and Harold will get all shapes and sizes up and moving. Catch the Thunder Mondays at noon.
Thank you to all our volunteers who come out to Rogers. I greatly appreciate every single one of them that come out. We have a great time, and being a volunteer myself many moons ago, it's a great start to a career, and it's also better than picking up trash off the side of the highway.
Welcome back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Chris Horsfield giving top of the tower. Kate Friel trackside. We were talking before we went to break about Kara Martin, the reason for the caution. The first caution for the bone stocks all night long, which is fantastic. And you wanted to touch on the fact we were talking about how she advanced from Grand Bend Speedway the quarter mile to half mile here at Delaware this year.
Yeah, it's such a difference. Grand Bend is so small to so big, and I've had some great battles with Kenny McNichol Jr. over there in a bone stock over the years, and Nick Clark actually built my race car that I run, and we used to go over there. Jared Dockstader used to he'd always message us, are you coming over for the summer bash or whatever they were having, and we'd always have to hit up that track.
Yep. Last week, ironically, we had the Jarrett Dockstader Memorial Night. We have one every year at Grand Bend Speedway as well. They're getting set for a restart here with the Bone Stocks with 15 laps to go. Robert's the leader, but they're all packed and restacked and ready to go. Langford on the outside, the points leader inside row 2, Vanderwist outside row 2. Out of turn 4, green flag, we're racing with the Bone Stocks and they're all together. Roberts will lead him into turn 1. Rabideau, a nice slow start, trying to take advantage and get to the inside. Langford will fight back on the outside. The front 3 trying to get away here. You got a little bit more speed than Jeremiah on the straightaways, as we know, but the 5 will close in under cornering here. Langford to the outside, Roberts to the inside, Rabideau right there. They almost touched. Rabideau to the inside of Langford now. Speed shot at the line. And Rabideau gets by Langford out of turn number 2. Langford will fight back on the outside. Meyer in 4th, Colin Wilms in 5th. Side by side, your top 2 in points, 2nd and 3rd on the racetrack. And Rabideau now in 2nd. Here comes Langford, crossover. Langford can't get to him. And a spin, Levac machines around. Caution on the speedway right at the start-finish line. And another caution. Yeah, I know what you're saying at home.
Yeah.
Why did you say anything, Sorzy, earlier tonight about the Bone Stocks being caution-free all night?
Oh, exactly. And you know what?
Well, top left of your screen, Phil.
Ooh, I think he's going to...
Oh, Verhoeven. Came down, Verhoeven kind of came up. Right in front of Craig in the black 40.
That's not a good feeling to be sitting in that car while it's doing that, but...
Especially driver's door facing traffic, right?
Yeah, nice save to keep it off the wall there by the 10 car.
And we'll look at that one more time here with 14 to go. We're under caution. Levac come down, but Verhoeven kind of drifting here, Phil?
Yeah, I think the 10 car, Levac there, I think he was starting to get a little bit scared that the wall was coming up and maybe came down a little bit, but the 8 car, yeah, he just...
Justin Culver just missed that in the 78.
Yeah,
the 13 is Everest in the green machine.
The 40 car just missed as well. I noticed about half a lap before that caution there that the 15 car, when he was going through the center of 3 and 4, he smashed... Something bottomed out on the track when he went down through there, and I can't really, I don't know what would be that low on that car, having owned one of the, like I own one of those cars, so I don't know why he's smashing off the ground, but it's definitely not normal for Sunfire or Cavalier.
So under caution here with 14 laps to go when we restart. Still to come, the Ontario Sportsman Series 100 lap feature. And we'll go to a replay here, 15. Tell us what you're talking about here, Phil.
Right here, yeah. It looks like the car's going to come down and bounce a little bit. And you'll see some sparks come out of it here in a second.
Like that car looks like it's really leaning.
Yeah, I don't understand what would be down there.
Like look at the lean compared to like Jeremiah and Matt on the 03. Like that 15's really leaning in the corner, Phil.
Oh, exactly. I don't know why it's bottoming out like that, but they
were doubled up. Now they've returned to single file here under caution.
Yeah, we got the 8 car here down on the infield or on the inside of front stretch.
Oh, okay, Verhoeven.
Yeah, I think they deemed him an involved car in that situation, which he was. So he'd have to go to the back.
So it'll be Roberts, Langford, Rabideau, Vanderwist, Meyer, Wilms, Donovan Clark, Dakota Luoma. Justin Culver has gained a few spots. He's now inside the top 10. He's in 9th. Replay here. Here we go again. This is a different lap here.
Yeah, this is a different lap. Right there.
So?
I don't know what that, like, it just looks like the nose. I don't know if he's got some duct work or what he's got going on with the front of it.
Like, if we can roll it back just one more time, Chris, watch, Phil, the front bumper doesn't touch the track.
I don't know what that could be.
It looks like it's not touching the tracks. I think it's something behind that front bumper.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd be worried if that was me. I don't know what would be down underneath. It could be the front of the bottom of the rad saddle, but if you're down that low, you're down too low.
All right, so they're doubled up again. Roberts is your control car. Now we're still under caution, so what I mean by control car, race fans, you'll see a yellow stripe on the inside of turn 4. There you see the yellow stripe, bottom of your screen. The control car has from that stripe to a double red stripe with a pylon right about there. The control car has between the yellow stripe and the 2 red stripes to start the race. If by the red cone the control car does not start the race, the car beside him can. And that's the rule for the restart here at Delaware Speedway. White flag being displayed. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace vehicle.
I did just notice on Race Monitor that Jeremiah Rabideau ran 2/10 faster in his fastest lap 2 laps ago. So on that restart.
2 laps ago. So, yeah, okay. So on lap 10.
Yep.
Wow. 10 laps in. Your thoughts on that from a bone stock experienced driver?
I think the car's coming around.
Pace car will duck down onto pit road. Roberts, the control car. Langford outside row 1. Rabideau, Vanderwist, row 2. Meyer, Willems, row 3. Here they come. Into the restart zone. Green flag. We're racing with the Bone Stocks. 14 laps to go. Better start for Roberts for sure.
That car has a ton of power off that restart.
Here comes Langford on the outside. Langford with a great run.
Yeah, great run down the backstretch, and that's typical Matt Langford. He loves being out on that outside. He almost gets outbraked though going into turn 3.
Oh, there's the sparks again from the 15. Langford's still there though. Langford is going to grab the lead here. What a great time for the caution, because Rabideau had passed Langford before the caution, but not for a completed green flag lap. Here comes Rabideau on the outside. He ain't done yet. Neither is Roberts on the inside. Great battle at the front of this field.
Langford's car got really tight off too there. He had to check up a little bit, and that allowed Jeremiah to get on the back bumper. But you know, Jeremiah can be your friend out there too. He will push you if he wants to, or if he knows he has a better chance with to beat you out of there on the track.
Matty Langford out in first place right now. Roberts to the inside of Rabideau. Hello, Colin Willems. Welcome to the front of this field in the blue 17. Meyer will follow Willems, and Donovan Clark having a great one. And Clark up to 6th spot now. It's Matt Langford out front. Rabideau will clear Roberts and will set sail for Langford. But Roberts will fight back on the inside again.
Langford just ran his fastest time, 23.4.
Here's Willems now. The 17s come to life. Rabideau side by side with Roberts into turn 3. 10 laps to go this time by for your leader, Matt Langford, in his 0-3. Second in points coming into tonight behind that car on your screen. The 5 of Rabideau, who just can't clear Roberts in the 15. That car leading in the corners right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that 15 car sparking. Every time he comes into 3 here, it's smashing down on something. So hopefully it's nothing too major, but it keeps bottoming out.
Yeah, it keeps bouncing, actually. You're right.
When you do that, it upsets the car.
Rabideau just can't get by Roberts, and it's allowing Langford to get away. And there's your live leaderboard on the left. Battle for second, top of your screen, and the gap from first to that battle, bottom of your screen. Here comes Colin Willems now in the blue 17. He's up for a fight with 9 to go.
I'd have to say the 52 of Donovan Clark has been the biggest surprise of this season. Every week he's up at the front and from deep in the field. And from racing him last year, he's definitely turning some heads.
Absolutely, good point. There's your leader, top left. Battle for second, or battle for third now, bottom right. As Roberts has left Rabideau and Willems. And strange to see Rabideau trapped on the outside, can't advance, but he might get Willems here. He'll come out of the corner, and he'll get Willems. Can he get down to the inside? He will, and Rabideau now will get back into his line and try to get Roberts back now. Here's Donovan Clark in at 52. As Phil mentioned, having another great feature. 6 to go for Langford this time by. He's got about a 9-10 car length lead on Roberts.
One thing I'm kind of wondering about Rabideau is penalty weight. If Tech has been putting weight to him, I never did talk to him there before the races tonight to see how much weight he actually had to put in. But if it's around 150 or 100 pounds, it's really going to throw off the balance of that car.
Good to see the 23 of Jesse Howard back on the track. As the battle for fourth right here. Wilms to the inside of Clark. Donovan Clark trying to come to the front.
The number 6 of Wade Thorne has just moved up. I think he's around 7th or 8th position now. So its car's really turning on.
Yeah, great battle. And that 6 car, that's what Phil was talking about, trying to come to the front. There's the 52 of Clark. Top left of your screen with Colin Wilms, your leader, bottom right with 4 to go. And traffic coming for Matt Langford. Now Rabideau's caught Roberts again. Down the back. And Roberts will go away on straightaway speed. Rabideau will close in under braking. Bottom right, your battle for 4th. Wilms in the 17, Clark in the 52. Your leader top left, 3 to go.
I know Matt Langford out front right now. All he's hoping for is this goes right to the green, or green to checkered here. He does not want to see that caution flag.
And Roberts will go to the high side of the 52 of Randy Martin. Top left, that's your gap. First back to second. And 2 to go this time by. He just has to keep it clean. Roberts having a whale of a run in that 15 though. Leader through turns 1 and 2. Rabideau to the inside now of Roberts. Roberts will have that straightaway speed. And Rabideau will close in again. Heavy on the brakes. Dealing with the 52 of Randy Martin. Oh, little squirrely there for the 15 of Roberts. Here comes Willems now. White flag on the speedway. Great battle for second spot. Here's your leader down the back. Langford looking strong all night, and it's going to pay off. Coming in tonight, second in the points. He'll stay second in the points, but the margin will be less. Out of turn 4. Checkered flag in the air for the 0-3 of Matt Langford. Roberts will hold on for second. Rabideau third. Wilms fourth. Clark fifth. Craig sixth. Wade Thorne up to 7th from starting in the back of the field in the 6th car. Rest of the field coming by the checkered flag start-finish line. Here you see our winner, the 0-3 of Matt Langford.
I got caught up watching Matt Langford's dad come down pit road. He was cheering the entire time.
Oh,
he's
was
down there with the white hat on. He's pretty excited. And
yeah, Matt Langford came in tonight 12 points behind the leader Jeremiah Rabideau. That'll be a little less come the next time they race. Donovan Clark came into the tonight 3rd in points, 2 points ahead of Justin Culver. Paul Fothergill in 5th in points, so a good run again for Donovan Clark, and that goes to show what you said. Very consistent finishing by the 52 of Clark has him in, and that's why he's 3rd in points.
Yeah, take a look at this car when it's in victory lane. There's not a scratch on this car, and every week it comes out with no scratches on it.
Langford taking the bucket off, putting on the hat, getting unstrapped, climbing out of the car. The 0-3 Bone Stock feature race winner, Matt Langford. Banging on the roof of that car, acknowledging the crowd. What a great run.
Did you work to get through there, a couple of timely cautions, and then you got out front and just set sail. Walk me through that one.
Oh man, Sterling really made me work for that one. Hats off to him and to all the young guys in this division. Man, they're really come a long way, and just love this division so much.
How much fun is it having 50 guys out here every week?
Oh man, it's a blast. Anybody else wants to get involved in the Bone Stock, come down and talk to me.
There you go. And I know you got a lot of people you want to thank here.
Yeah, first off, I got to thank Lyona 1059. They've been a huge part of our program for 5 years now. Bob Martin's Golf Range. I got to give a shout out to my dad. He does a ton of work on the car. My crew chief, Mark Tyson, and Chris Lawrence from BT. I can give that guy a call at 2 o'clock in the morning and he'd give me a hand. I love it.
He was down here congratulating you at Victory Lane. Your 2nd time down here at Pennzoil Victory Lane. Matt Langford again for the Lift Toe Bone Stocks.
Winner the 0-3 of Matt Langford, Phil.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run for Matt. You know, he kept it clean. He did what he needed to do to get by Sterling. Sterling's got a bad, fast race car right now, but Jeremiah looked like he struggled in that number 5.
Well, when we come back, we'll go 100 laps with the Ontario Sportsman Series. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
I
I walk for my partner who is on dialysis.
I walk in memory of my dad.
I walk for all those waiting for a kidney transplant.
I walk because I live with kidney disease. When you participate in the kidney walk or support someone who does, you're taking steps and providing hope to thousands of Canadians living with kidney disease. Behind every step, there's someone we walk for.
Who will you be walking for?
Who will you be walking for?
Who will you be walking for? Register or donate at kidneywalk.ca.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily Febry. I'm also known as Ranger M. I'm an environmental communicator and educator, and I get to talk to a lot of different people about all things nature and conservation. I love to knowledge share, and that's what I want to do with you. So come on, let's go learn with Ranger M.
Welcome back at Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see the bone stock of 03 Matt Langford pulling away from victory lane, getting set to bring out our visiting series tonight, the Ontario Sportsman Series, 100 laps. Chris Soares and Phil Gibbons top of the tower. Kate Friel down the trackside. 100 laps, Phil. You know, what's the strategy here? We set a pace early, we calm down, or we get as many positions as we want early and then settle down, or what are we doing here?
As a driver, you want to be out front. You want to be setting the pace with these cars. You know, 100 laps a long time. So if you can set the pace and save the tires, you'll be good for the end of this race.
Michael Herniak Jr. will be the pole car after his top qualifying effort earlier this evening. Derek McCullough in the 38 will be outside row number 1. As the safety crew doing one final check here. We had a spill, there you see it, on pit road. Just past the start-finish line.
Those guys would make a fantastic curling team.
Oh, absolutely. The question is, can they slide on ice? Because they can't. They're sweeping standing still. I've done it. Try sweeping on pebbled ice and sliding down the sheet.
I've seen them slide on pumpkins at the Smasher. So
that's true. That's true. Here we go. The Ontario Sportsman Series visiting the half mile tonight. They'll roll out onto the track. Michael Herniak Jr., your pole car in the 15.
Then you got the 38 of Derek McCullough.
Yep, Derek McCullough out of Glencoe, Ontario. It's going to be the 19 of Kevin Trevlin out of Chatham. Inside row number 2, the 48 of Doug Cathcart out of Richmond, outside row number 2. Give us rows 3 and 4 here, Phil.
Rows 3 and 4 will be looks like the 71 of Corey McAllister, and then the 47 of Amber Belkin from Winnipeg. She's in ran a few ARCA races.
Then it's the 8 of Chad McGlynn out of Kitchener, Ontario. I apologize. The third spot is the 02 of Brendan Patrick. My apologies, out of Delaware, Ontario. Back is the 19 of Kevin Trevlin.
And I believe we got the 8. Is it the 8 or the 9? I think that's the 9 of Sean McGlynn from Kitchener. And Ollie Ferguson in the 55 from Lindsay, Ontario.
Then it's the 12 of Delaware, Ontario's Mark Patrick. And the 27 of Sean Manchin from McGregor.
Yeah, and then next up we got the 93 of Nathaniel Greenaway from Tilbury, Ontario. And behind him is the 86 of Caden Patrick, also from right around here at Delaware, Ontario.
Then it's the 2 of Muskoka's Tim Bourne. And the 30 of Laura Olche from Chatham, Ontario.
And then at the back of the field here is going to be the 43 of Len Zimmer. And Len's out of LaSalle, Ontario.
That is your full field rundown for the 100-lap Ontario Sportsman Series feature here at Delaware Speedway on Rogers TV. Thank you for joining us. Chris Soares, Phil Gibbons, top of the tower. Kate Friel down at trackside. Thank you to all of our volunteer staff working the cameras with some great shots, and we saw evidence of that earlier this evening. Some great camera work as well. Thank you to Chris and Will in the truck. All the work everybody does to put these broadcasts together. Thank you, those of you watching at home, for tuning in, of course, because it doesn't work without our viewers. And we're very happy to have you on board. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace car. 100 laps. Ready to rock and roll. Settle in. Strap the belts on tight. And we're going to go racing for 100 here at Delaware Speedway. Michael Herniak Jr. will pace the field to green. Here they come out of turn number 4. The look to the flag stand. Into the restart zone. They'll mash the gas, and we're racing with the Ontario Sportsman Series. 2 by 2 by 2 by 2, all the way back. Here comes McCullough on the outside of Herniak Jr. They'll drag race down the back. Both of them want the lead here early, all by themselves. Herniak Jr. will fight back on the inside. Side by side out at turn number 4. It's a drag race to the line. Herniak Jr. will lead lap number 1. Oh, they're both around in front of the field. Both leaders all contact. Ollie's in there in the 55. Oh my goodness. Good night, team strategy. The front row goes around in turn 1.
Yeah, I think Ollie Ferguson's got definitely some left front toe issues there on that left front wheel. Something's definitely bent or broke on it, so I don't know. We'll see if this crew can get that straightened out.
All right, let's go to the replay here. This is your front row. Herniak Jr. and McCullough at the stripe to complete lap number 1. Oh, Herniak Jr. got loose, Phil.
Yeah.
And slid into McCullough.
Yeah, the 15 car there just kind of snapped right around and almost like it jumped a little bit and then snapped. So
right
there.
Oh, wait a minute there. There was contact, a little bit of contact on that right front, Phil. Does that cause the back end of the 15 to come around? Let's have a look here. We're going to take him back to turn 4, bring him back at you here. Watch the contact on the right front of the 15. Does that bring the back end around?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, smacks that front right tire on Herniak's car and sends the nose down the track, which would make it, in turn, makes the rear end loose, and
here
around he goes.
Ollie. Heavy damage on that left front of on the left rear of the 15 too, and the left front of the 55. But the 15 came in for consultation and is back on the track. So there's the 55 in the pits. That's Ferguson.
Yeah, that's the Sauble Speedway winner from 2 weeks ago. So bad start. They got the hood open. It definitely looked like the front wheels were pointing in different directions when he was coming down the backstretch there into the pits.
Well, it looks right now that race officials did not deem any issue with the 38. The 38 still remains at the front of this field, Phil.
Yeah, which it's tough to see. They don't have the fancy replays that we have.
Correct.
Right away, but yeah, just from their view, it probably looked like the 15 just kind of came around and got loose.
Well, that's what it looked like to us in the first replay, because the first replay was from behind the cars, but when we looked from our turn 1 camera, definitely contact into the right front of the 15 that looked like it sent it around.
Yeah, it definitely was the contact on that front right of Herniak's car that upset the car. If that was me being Derek McCullough, I'd be saying thank you that they didn't see it. So
turn the lights off the pace car. Let's get racing. That's what I'd be saying.
Exactly.
Replay again. Take us through this here, Phil.
Well, they're just coming down the front stretch, and you know, they're giving each other a lot of room. Herniak kind of came up the track a little bit there, but right there, McCullough turned down into that front right of Herniak, which upset the car and spun him around. And unfortunately, in comes Ollie Ferguson, and just couldn't get it stopped in time.
I'm surprised the 15 is still on the track. It looked like a really good hit on that left rear, Phil?
Yeah, it. I think it caught it behind the axle, so it should be okay. But he might have a tire rub or two. But
white flag on the speedway. Let's see if these Ontario Sportsman Series cars can get into a little bit of a groove here. A 99 laps still to go here, and Derek McCullough in the 38, the control car. The 02 of Brendan Patrick outside row number 1 now.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the 55 just parked it back at the trailer there, so I think Ollie Ferguson's done for the night.
Cathcart and Amber Balkan, the ARCA racer. Row number 2, here we go. McCullough will bring him to the line. And they'll mash the gas, and we're racing again with the Ontario Sportsman Series. Now the 15 of Herniak Jr. near the back of the field, but a ton of time left to go here. And just needs to try and pick off vehicles one at a time. McCullough will grab the lead. There's the 47 of Amber Balkan. The 71 Natural Points leader, McAllister. Up to 4th, defending series champ.
Yeah, Corey's making the outside work on that last pass. He's ducked down to go back single file here, but yeah, he's solidly in 4th.
McCullough, your leader. Patrick in the 02. There's Balkan in the 47. McAllister in the 71. Cathcart in the 18. Trevlin in the 19. There's Amber from Winnipeg, Manitoba. ARCA racer, south of the border. Just her second Ontario Sportsman Series start. And running in 3rd, and running pretty strongly in 3rd right now.
Yeah, she did the complete opposite there last night at Ohsweken Speedway. So, you know, going from a dirt track to this is pretty much in the same style of chassis as what the Canadian NASCAR stuff is. It would be the complete opposites as a driver. Mentally, it would, I don't know how to do it.
There's the 19 of Trevlin getting by the 27 of Sean Manchin. That's obviously for position. There's the McGlynn's right there in tow. The 8 of Chad, the 9 of Sean. Side by side for position through turns 1 and 2. The front 5 are pretty well spaced out evenly.
Yeah,
with McCullough. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think McCullough's just going to kind of set the pace of this race now, and everybody's going to file in single file and not push the issue until at least after 50 laps.
Leaders into turn number 3. There's the battle for position with the 27 of Manchin. Sean McGlynn, Chad McGlynn right there. There's Herniak Jr. Hello, 15. As he's caught some faster cars now. He was the pole sitter until 1 lap in. Back to your front of your field. The 38 is McCullough, the 02 Patrick. They've kind of distanced themselves a little bit from Balkan in 3rd spot. Back to that battle for the 7th position.
Yeah, McCullough and the 02 there, Brandon Patrick, are pretty much running identical lap times now, so I think they're just kind of ticking the laps off and keeping the car clean for now.
Leaders have caught traffic already, just 8 laps into this 400-lap feature. And working traffic now to the inside. It's not much traffic, 3 cars, and then they have nobody for half a lap.
Yeah, the 93 Nathaniel Greenaway, he's down on the inside on the backstretch there. They might bring the caution out if he doesn't. It doesn't look like he's under power.
Trying to get to the backstretch. Will he make it? They're going to stay green. Crawling to the backstretch, enters to pit road. He's going to make it, I think. They'll stay green. And he will make it, barely. And we remain with a green racetrack. Great battle for 3rd now. McAllister and Cathcart have caught Balkan because of the traffic. Nose to tail, 3rd through 5th all together. There's your leaders in turn 3. They're just over a straightaway, half a straightaway ahead of that battle for 3rd. Battle for 3rd, top of your screen. There they are. There's your leaders coming into turn 1. And there's that battle for 3rd. Balkan into 47, McAllister 71, Cathcart 48.
Yeah, unfortunately, Corey there in the 71, his race mindset was get to the front and set the pace, but unfortunately, he's the one that's going to be chasing now. So I'm sure he's trying to wait for that car to come to him. I'm sure they probably set up for a long run here. There's only 17 cars, I believe, tonight, so it might go pretty long without any cautions.
Battle for 1st, bottom right. Battle for 4th, top left. McAllister and Cathcart. As they pretty much are into a groove now. 14 laps complete of this Ontario Sportsman Series feature from Delaware Speedway. McCullough and Patrick, your top two. A healthy lead all by themselves. And there's been a lot more traffic that has caught that battle for third. 7 cars now engaged in battle. And the 7th of that train is Michael Hernia Jr. What a recovery after that second lap spin. Has come back to battle now with 6 other cars for the third spot. There you see them, led by Amber Balkan in the 47.
If one car's a little bit off here in the in the 3rd or 4th position, it'll allow everybody to catch back up and get into line. But I feel like there's some cars farther back in this field that are a little bit quicker than 3rd and 4th place right now.
Lead battle bottom right. Battle for third, top left. It's McCullough and Patrick, your leaders, coming into some more traffic now. And there you see Balkan, McAllister, Cathcart, Trevlin, the McGlyns, and Hernia Jr. There you see the live ticker left side. Battle for third, top side right, and the leaders bottom right. McCullough and Patrick working turn number 4. 19 laps in the books. What a battle coming out of turn 4, top left of your screen. But it's not like Amber's slowing up this train because McAllister's not all over her, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's funny. I've been watching the different lines. If you look at Amber, she keeps it nice and low in 3 and 4. Corey McAllister in the 71's about half a car length higher in the corner coming out there. And if you watch into turn 1, same thing. Corey stays out half a car length up off the apron where Amber's right on the bottom.
Into some traffic now, the leaders. And the battle for third. Now all of a sudden McAllister's caught Balkan into turn number 3. Must have been traffic again that Amber had a little bit of difficulty with. And as you mentioned, Phil, McAllister exiting the corner up higher than the 47 of Balkan.
Yeah, once we're getting this many laps down, start watching the brake rotors on some of these cars. They'll start glowing, and that'll show you how much brake everybody's using in the different setups all the way through.
Brake rotors glowing on the 71 of McAllister, your 2023 champ and current points leader. Balkan really entered turn 1 low there and gets a great run out of turn number 2.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying to stay low and just let it float off of 2 to get that run down the Delaware Hill. But again, you can see McAllister's brakes are starting to glow already. I haven't seen anybody else on the track with the rotors glowing yet.
The leaders are just over a straightaway ahead of that battle for third. It's on your screen right now. Now we're back to the leaders on turn number 4. 24 laps in the books now. Into a good group now around the half mile. The Ontario Sportsman Series 100-lap feature here on Rogers TV.
Yeah, these two up front here, they're starting to drive away a little bit, but we still have 75 laps to go. Are the tires going to withstand that pace?
Battle for third. McAllister really exits high there, and Balkan low, and automatically Amber gains more track position.
Yeah, it almost looked like the 47 almost stopped dead in 3 and 4 there, like she was having an issue. And let Corey get there, but he had to kind of make evasive action to the top side to get out of the way.
That battle for third coming up on some traffic. The last 2 times that Balkan got to traffic, she lost some track position. Here's the replay here. Take us through it, Phil, bottom right.
Yeah, it looks like Amber in the 47 there. She's down on the bottom. Oh, the car might get a little loose. Yeah, Corey gained on her. He had to go to the high side to miss destroying the whole front end of his car there.
And Balkan continues to have trouble with back marker traffic. They're on the high side of the 86 of Patrick. Allows McAllister to close in.
It almost looks like she's having trouble keeping that front end under on entry of the corner. The car gets really tight on entry. She's got to check up on the brakes, slow right down before it'll grab again.
Turns 3 and 4 here for the battle for third. McAllister at that time exited lower than Balkan. There's Cathcart in the white 48 right there as well in the 5th position. Your live ticker across the top. Balkan in the 47, McAllister in the 71.
I I wonder if the angle on the 47, the way she dives into turn 1 and 2, if she's putting too much heat on that right front and the tire's starting to go away.
Yeah, you see a little bit of glow under the 47 as well under braking. It's glowing already. You can see the glow on the 71, even on the straightaway, Phil. A light amber color on the 71.
Yeah, it's almost like she's hitting that little bump there, on the backstretch going into 3. And yeah, the front end of the car's kind of sliding up on her, so she's got to really check up.
Watch the left front here of the 71. See the light glow there? Even without braking, it was lighting up. Those rotors are hot on the 71.
Yeah, he had that issue going on there at Sauble a couple weeks ago, too. They said they had it figured out, but it could just be the amount of braking Corey's got in the car right now to get it to rotate the corner.
69 laps to go, leaders. Great battle as Patrick is kind of closed in on McCullough at the front of the field now. They're over a straightaway and half a turn ahead of the third place battle. And the front two, nose to tail. Here's a good run by McAllister, and Balkan will pull away. It's Balkan, McAllister, Cathcart, Trevlin, Sean McGlynn, Chad McGlynn, and Herniak Jr.
I just noticed a lap before there that Chad McGlynn's brakes are starting to do the same thing. The front left rotor is starting to get hot, so it's a lot of braking force on these cars.
Like the brakes are so hot on the 71 that the glow doesn't go away on the straightaway now.
Yeah, they're just getting so hot, they're not cooling down quick enough. This is a replay here on the 47. There's a little bit of a bump here that just upsets the car on entry. Right there.
Yeah, you saw the car in the back end go down there.
And then it pushes up the track.
But Balkan continues to lead that battle for third. Just under half a lap behind the leaders. 35 laps in the books. Ontario Sportsman Series 100-lapper here. And it was a half a car length advantage for McCullough, and now all of a sudden he's driven away from Patrick. Here's your interval, the two leaders. And the battle for third, just over 7.1 seconds behind the leader. .2 that time. The difference between McCullough and Balkan.
I've never ran on a 100-lapper other than like an enduro race, and I would not want to be in one of these cars right now. I'm sure the love of racing's there, but you got to be exhausted wheeling around this track.
Battle for third heating up a little bit here. McAllister closing in on the 47 of Amber Balkan. There's glow on the rear tire brakes too. McCullough, Patrick, your front two. And they're back to our third place battle, top left. Leaders bottom right. They're going into turn 1, and Balkan coming out of turn 4, so it's just over a straightaway lead now. That front pair, and all of a sudden, Patrick's reeled McCullough back in. It's like a yo-yo at the front of the field. McCullough will extend, and Patrick will reel it back in.
Yeah, you can see they're starting to play games here. We got, 60 to go, and they're starting to play a little bit of games. You know, he's getting closer in second there, and they just don't want to burn all their stuff up just yet, but they're going to eventually...
Oh, McAllister's almost around! And Balkan got loose as well, but she'll keep the third spot. My goodness, and now it allows Cathcart to come in. Now we're starting to heat things up for third. McAllister goes high, Cathcart looking low. Things are starting to get dicey here for third spot now. Wow, McAllister went into turn 1 last time really, really hot.
looks like her car just started to step out, and I think Corey might have missed his braking point there and saved it. It almost like he had a run, like he was going to go to the outside and didn't realize she was going to come up a little bit.
And he goes high again. He's consistently drifting up the track in turns 3 and 4, Phil.
He's driving this car really hard in on entry, and but it seems to be giving him a pretty good run as he tries to go to the inside of her. Car gets a little bit free on exit of the car.
What I noticed about Amber's car is she really good quarter exit in turns 2 and 4.
Yeah, where Corey's making the ground, I think, is in the center of the corner, but Amber can get the power down onto the track to get out of that corner a lot better than Corey can right now.
Down the back another time. 55 to go here in this 100-lap feature. Really, really good green flag stint here by all drivers. And the leaders practically almost half a lap ahead. Now all of a sudden it's shot up to 8.5-second differential between the leader McCullough and third place Balkan, and now they're into traffic again. We'll see how Amber handles Patrick in the 86.
Yeah, the last couple passes she's made with traffic she struggled with, so that one was a little bit smoother by the looks of it.
Live ticker left side and scrolling across the top of your screen. Battle for third at the top of your screen. The leaders bottom. Into turn 1 they go. Look at the distance. They're into turn 1 and turn 2. Battle for third just coming out of turn number 4.
Yeah, Balkan's 9 seconds back of the leader right now, and that's a lot of time on this Delaware half mile.
It's getting to the point where if we keep going on this trend, Phil, the leaders are going to catch this battle for third.
Yeah, if they go green to checkered here, that's exactly what's probably going to happen. Corey just pushed really, really high off it too. Lost a lot of ground.
Yeah. And almost falling into the clutches of Cathcart. Like it looks like he's opposite diamond in the corner. Like if you're going to dive in the corner, you're going to go down in turn 3, drift up in the middle, and cut down in turn 4. It looks like he's doing the opposite.
Yeah, it's kind of a goofy line, but he's made back all that ground on Amber, and so his line's like he's clearly faster. But he goes high here, and then
Now this is the diamond right here.
Yeah, puts the left sides right down to the apron, and it's almost like she's just knowing where he's going to be.
Amber Balkan driving out the rearview mirror as much as the front windshield right now. Really loose there. McAllister can't find an answer yet for the 47, but he's working on it. They're coming up on traffic again, outside of the 30 of Ochieng. No problem there. And Balkan extends again a little bit.
Doug Cathcart and Kevin Trevlin haven't lost any ground on this group either for third place. But yeah, the leaders have checked out. They're over 10 seconds ahead right now.
Yeah, optically it's exactly half a lap. Or just over half a lap. McCullough to Balkan.
I'm starting to wonder if Balkan is actually holding up this group.
Now, if you're holding up the group, where does the level of impatience get to now? You're under 50 laps to go now. It's time to go, Phil.
I think it's going to start wearing thin pretty quick here, probably in the next 10 laps.
Right, we'll give you an indication here. Watch the bottom of your screen at the start-finish line. Right there. So just under half a lap is the advantage between McCullough and Balkan, first to third. It's 10.9 seconds. Exactly half a lap when McCullough crossed the start-finish line. Balkan got to the front of the scoreboard backstretch. Now Balkan and McAllister have lost Cathcart. And it's now a two-car battle for third. And Amber Balkan continues to stymie the points leader, McAllister, into 71. Now McAllister to the outside. And that won't work either.
Yeah, Amber just gets such a good drive off of turn 4 there. I don't think that's going to be where he can make that pass.
McAllister got a little tied up by the 27. Allowed Falcon to get away a little bit. Cathcart trying to reel him in. Real good pace here. We've been green since 99 to go. So 58 laps of green flag racing here by the Ontario Sportsman Series. And now Derek McCullough, the leader, is on the same straightaway as 9th place former pole setter Michael Herniak Jr. And the 38 is setting a pace, Phil.
Yeah, these guys are flying around here. They haven't really fallen off that much. I was just looking at the times, and yeah, McCullough and Patrick are just kind of, they've got something figured out around here, and for Brandon Patrick in the 0-2, I'm just waiting to see when he's actually going to go and put some pressure on McCullough.
Derek McCullough, the leader out of Glencoe, Ontario, finished second in the May race here at Delaware Speedway. He knows this track, he loves this track, and he's showing it right now. There's no doubt in my mind that McCullough's going to catch this battle for 5th now that has a bunch of cars before the end of this race if we stay green.
Yeah, they're making good pace. It shouldn't be a problem if he does. Oh, McCullough just went off the wall down the backstretch. He had her up on 2 wheels.
We'll see if that hurts the 38. Misjudging the corner a little bit, the leader, but still looks pretty good. And Balkin for 3rd has extended probably the farthest in 25 laps now, ahead of McAllister. She's ahead of McAllister by about 5 car lengths now for 3rd. McAllister might have used it up a little bit. .35 to go. Here's the replay. The leader, turn 2. Turn 1 to start. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, McCullough just comes in off of into turn 1 here. Is trying to go to the outside of the 12 car, and I think he just got a little bit tight here, but he rides the wall, puts it up on 2 wheels. Yeah, hopefully that didn't knock the toe out too bad on that car, but it's still fast.
Wow, that's a pretty good impact, Phil.
Yeah, that's a good hit, but they kept
Caution on the speedway. Caution, we got Patrick around in the 86 in turns 1 and 2, and look out. It's a whole new ball game at Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, the question is here, are we going to have anybody come down pit lane here for a couple little adjustments to make these things a little bit better?
35 to go, 100-lap feature, Ontario Sportsman Series. We're under caution, and we'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Jeff from Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff here, and we're back for another fantastic season of Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff. We're going to cook some great food with some really great folks. We're going to use some unique barbecues, so we're going to have a lot of fun. As always, I'm going to be wearing some pretty unique shirts as well. Watch Chillin' and Grillin' with Jeff Thursdays at 7:30.
Blast you.
Welcome back, Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. There you see the 15 of Michael Herniak Jr., the pole sitter, got in a first lap altercation just went down the pit road. Looked like some adjustments on the right rear, Phil, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like some tire pressure changes on that thing, probably to free it up a little bit and see if he can get that thing back to the front.
Under caution for the 86 of Caden Patrick out of Delaware, Ontario, who spun in turns 1 and 2. And welcome back to the race, Balkan, McAllister, Cathcart, Trevlin, the McGlyns, who were a half a lap behind the leaders, McCullough and Brendan Patrick. That lead evaporated with 35 laps to go.
Yeah, this is going to make a much better finish. Those two are definitely the class of the field here for the last, would that be 65 laps, I guess. But now that everybody's backed up, we'll see who is saving.
Yeah, McAllister will start on the outside of Balkan. It's the closest to side-by-side he's been to Amber in the last 30 laps. That was a great battle for third as well, but Balkan was starting to pull away from the McAllister before he went to caution as well.
Yeah, I just heard the 15 car was in for a tire pressure adjustment there to try and free the car, loosen it up in the center of the corner to get it to rotate a little bit better.
So 65 laps in the books. This is the second caution of this 100-lap feature.
What a beautiful night tonight.
Oh, gorgeous night. Track crews is still on the track, making sure everything's okay. They're just starting to pull off the track, I believe.
Yeah, the amount of, the wet stuff that's been coming down this year during racing at every track across Ontario has been a bit of a nuisance this year, so it's really good to see a clear night here at Delaware Speedway.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like we didn't get any rain this week.
No, exactly. And
wow.
You know what? Hopefully tomorrow's the same thing. A couple other tracks have some really big shows going on tomorrow, and we wish them the best of luck with the weather.
Absolutely. I think we might maybe get the white flag at this time by 35 laps to go, and we're encroaching on the Delaware Speedway curfew here due to a noise bylaw. So this is going to be tight. So we'll see if we get the white flag this time. They're gonna send the 27 around. Yep. I believe might be the lucky dog.
Yeah, they'll get a lap back.
Sean Mansion from McGregor gets a lap back, and there we go, double up sign from the flag stand, and white flag displayed. So they're going to restack him and pack him here after McCullough and Patrick had a half a lap lead. And they're all together again. Balkan, McAllister, row number 2. Cathcart, Trevlin, row number 3. Sean and Chad McGlynn, row number 4. Herniak Jr. and Caden Patrick, or sorry, not Caden Patrick, my apologies, the 12 of Mark Patrick, in row number 5. We'll see if McCullough and Brendan Patrick can get away here again. 35 laps to go when we go green. Ontario Sportsman Series at the half mile in Delaware. Coming around into the restart zone to look to the flag stand. Oh, Cathcart will drop down. 3 wide. This could be interesting. And he's spun. McMahon's in front of the whole field. Oh my goodness, what a move by Cathcart, and it's caused nothing but carnage in turn number 1. Trevlin's in there in the 19, Cathcart and Amber Balkan in the 47. McAllister got a good piece of that as well, but he's still rolling.
With 35 laps to go here,
they must, red flag.
Yeah.
They're going to stop the field here on the front stretch.
Yeah,
red flag on the speedway. I'm not sure about the rules with the Ontario Sportsman Series if they allow the dive bomb before the straightaway. Let's go to the replay, Phil. Cathcart's already 3 wide.
Yeah, Cathcart's down the bottom on the inside of Amber Balkan. She's going to come down, probably not knowing he's there, and yeah, she's going to go down in the infield. Corey McAllister gets a hit on the left front there, but he goes for a bit of a ride. I don't know if he made contact with the wall here or not, but he looks like he's about to save it.
The 8 might have got a piece of that too, and Chad McGlynn. Here's a better look, Phil. Amber's already coming down.
Yeah, she's coming down, and you know what? He's not fully to the door yet either, so... oh, that's tough, but we just, they tore up some good cars there, and 35 laps left you got to be a little bit more patient than that, I think.
So the 19 is away, still working on the 48 and the 47. We'll be right back. Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet.
Think it's okay to drive high? Think again. Drug-impaired driving is as illegal as drunk driving, and in Ontario, the penalties are the same. If police suspect you're driving under the influence of drugs of any kind, or a combination of drugs and alcohol, and you fail a roadside test, your license will be suspended immediately for up to 30 days. You'll pay a penalty of $198. And you can be charged with a criminal offense of impaired driving, the same as alcohol. Driving high is never okay.
That's our idol this morning. Have a think about that. Does our impatience impede our faith? We're not getting the result that we want in the timely manner that we think we deserve it in? Does our lack of faith lead us to seeking something more than God, something that we can physically hold on to?
Welcome back to Delaware Speedway Racing on Rogers TV, presented by Ray Cullen Chevrolet. Our second red flag of the night, and this one in the Ontario Sportsman Series featuring Phil Gibbons. Oh, back to cleanup. Here we go from the restart, Phil.
Yeah, McCullough and I believe that's Patrick.
Watch the white car. Cathcart dives down before the restart zone.
Yeah, before the yellow line, he dove down and. Yeah, he's to the rear quarter, and then he started backing out. But
should he have even been there? I'm not even sure if that's allowed in the series. I can't confirm if it is or isn't. But that was before the restart zone.
Yeah, that was before the green flag must have just flew. So I think,
watch out at turn 4. He's already coming down.
Mackey didn't even have the flag out yet.
And look, you see Scott pointing. Scott was actually pointing at the white 48.
Yeah. Yeah, he dove to the inside before the flag was even thrown.
So we're under red flag conditions here. Still 35 laps to go. There's the 48.
I think he's got some big problems. It doesn't look like the back end really following the front end in a straight line.
So we'll see what OSS officials do here. Ontario Sportsman Series. Kevin Trevlin away. He was involved in that wreck, and he's moving down the backstretch. You see him top of the screen. He's going to come into the pits, top of your screen. Heavy damage on that left front, obviously. And he's going to seek some attention, if not retire. I'm not sure. I don't think he's pitted on pit road, so we'll see if he returns to the race. There you see the safety vehicle behind the 71 of McAllister. And flagman Scott Mackey now returning to the flag stand. He had to usher some crew members away. They were on near the white wall there, separating pit road from the track. They're not allowed to do that. They got to stay in their pit box.
Yeah, I think the way that I know when I race here at Delaware, when the track is hot, which means it's active, you got to stay on that side over there of the pit. So I'm sure since it's a red flag, an emergency incident.
So there's the damage on the right front of the 48, contact with the Amber Balkan 47 machine.
Scott Mackey climbing back in his perch.
There you see the damage, and there you see some of the red paint, I would imagine, from the 47, Phil.
Yep, that's definitely most likely some red paint. Definitely going to need some tape to tape that fender up. And
back to caution status. With 35 laps to go, approaching top of the hour. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to bet it's going to be a short race here, but by how much? McAllister can't get going, Phil.
Yeah.
His rear tires are locked.
Yeah, he's going to have it in gear. I'm wondering if he's got clutch issues.
See him working that in the cockpit there, trying to work that shifter. See, he's trying to work that shift. Now he's saying go forward. I think he's telling him to push.
Break for the driver, the 2 speed motors for him.
He's still trying to work that gear shift.
I think he's trying to get them to rock it so it'll pop out of gear here for him.
And the points leader in trouble here after being involved mildly in that reason for this caution. So what's going to happen here?
Looks like Corey's going to get towed off the track, unfortunately.
Yeah, tow truck coming around. You're right.
I noticed under the red he kind of limped his car up as much as he possibly could. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's having clutch issues or something won't let the transmission disengage. Oh, I think they need a stronger push. Must be a big Ford crate motor in that thing.
Okay, here we go. Stronger push. Trying to get that in gear here. Now give it a push, he says. Give me a push. Get me going here. Get me going here. Come on. And oh, he got it. He got it. There we go.
There we go. It's a bit of, I don't know if that's a bit of fluid or what that is down on the track there where he was just sitting, but.
All right. So the 71 will rejoin the field.
Yeah, I just got a report. It was the clutch that is the issue on that car. So as long as he's driving, it should be okay.
Now, would you be shifting on a lap here with these cars, Phil, or?
I actually don't know what transmission they're using. I'm sure they're probably set up similar to a late model.
Okay.
So I don't think they are shifting.
So the clutch wouldn't be an issue then?
No, once he's rolling, he should be good. He should be able to put it in whatever gear he needs to and go from there. But if we have another red flag or he's got to stop quick, he's going to have an issue.
So he gets his spot back, which will be third.
Yeah, he'll be up to third with Balkan being out now.
And the 27 coming back out onto the track. That was Sean Mangin. One round wedge adjustment on that 27 report from the pits. White flag on the speedway. We'll see what we're going to do here as far as laps remaining and the curfew that Delaware Speedway adheres to here at the racetrack. Lights off the Delaware Speedway pace vehicle. McCullough and Patrick remain at the front. Now the points leader inside row number 3 doesn't have to deal with the 47 anymore, which had been a problem for about 40 laps.
He's got Sean McGlynn in the 9 car to the outside of him.
Coming around for a restart. And green flag, we're racing with the Ontario Sportsman Series. Cathcart remains in the pit lane. He's done for the night. Risky move. He paid the price, Phil.
Yeah, you know what? The incident took out some other cars, so unfortunately his cars got damaged too, but I feel worse for the 47 car. It's going to need some serious repairs.
Absolutely, I agree as well. McCullough will lead. Goes high there. Patrick trying to reel him in. McAllister trying to fight off McGlynn for third. Sean McGlynn trying to fight with McAllister. Chad McGlynn looking for a spot as well. Herniak Jr. in that battle. McGlynn to the outside of McAllister for third. There's your leaders down the back. McCullough and Brendan Patrick. There's the 71 of McAllister, the 9 of Sean McGlynn, the 8 of Chad McGlynn. That's a battle for third. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got Mike Herniak sneaking back into there on the outside.
32 laps to go here. Good run by the 9, but McAllister has left that battle now. Let's see what the points leader has for the front pair. Look at the damage on that 19 of Trevlin. Watch the 19 go down the backstretch here, folks. No left front fender. A lot of tape on that 19 of Trevlin.
He's still showing pretty good speed, though, for having that much damage.
Now, and you say that, and he's slow, high in the groove.
Commentator's curse.
And Trevlin really, really slow now. And it's going to stay down to the low part of the track here. Enough power to get off the track. We'll wait and see. Very slow. Leader's coming out of turn number 4. He'll get to the corner when the leaders get to the corner. This will be close. Trevin is there, and he'll duck off the track into the pit. So we're good. And we stay green. Leaders in turns 3 and 4. 28 to go this time by.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I'm just kind of taking a peek at Scott Mackey to see if he's grabbing a certain flag to end this race. But I don't know. They got 2 minutes here to the curfew, and we'll see what happens.
Michael Herniak Jr. started on the pole, got involved in a first lap altercation, but trying to fight through the back of the field. All of a sudden, up to 5th, and got a round of applause from his crew last time by. There's your lead battle down the backstretch. McCullum, the 38. Patrick in the 02. They're almost 3/4 of the straightaway ahead of the McAllister-McGlynn battle for 3rd. 26 to go. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the laps left here. Are they going to try and stretch it? It'll be past 11 o'clock in the curfew for sure. So we'll wait and see.
Yeah, the 0-2 of Brandon Patrick looks like he's got a little bit more in that car. He's closing the gap there on the 38 car down the back chute, and he's got 25 more laps to get this done.
Michael Herniak Jr. just threw out his fastest lap of the race at 20.288, and in 5th spot. Battle for 3rd, top left of your screen. Your lead battle, bottom right. 23.5 laps to go. No indication from the flag stand of any flags coming out. Whether it's caution, white flag, anything. Nothing from the flag stand. We're going to go here.